The following high school sports is a free service of Withers Broadcasting. 1, 2, 3, This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Is it great to be alive a Friday night or what?
This season of Cape Central Tigers football is brought to you by MRV Banks, Cape Career and Technology Center, Crystal Heating and Cooling, Garber's Menswear, St. Francis Healthcare System, Stone Mountain Flooring, Banterra Bank, and DollarSavingDeals.com.
Blue 42! Blue 42 said
Let's send it down to Ryan Winkler for all your play-by-play action. Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ryan Winkler, back here again for another season at Tigers Stadium for the Cape Central Tigers, their football stadium. The football team will kick things off here tonight against the Liberty Wentzville Eagles. As coming into this one, well, last year the Eagles are a Class 6 team, and if we look back at their schedule from last year, they were a very good football team. As they're trying to pull it up here, they have lost. They did lose quite a bit from their roster last year. Lost a lot of seniors, but they still. Coach Gibbs is still pretty certain that they will be a very good football team. They won 7 last year, only lost 3, and they had some big wins over teams like Francis House Central, Timberland, Warrenton, Washington, Fort Zumwalt East, Fort Zumwalt South, and Holt. They lost to Fort Zumwalt West in the Class 6 playoffs, in their district playoffs. They lost 16-7 to Fort Zumwalt West. So they played all the Fort Zumwalts last year, Chandler, north, south, east, and west. They lost to Fort Zumwalt North and North Point. They lost to North Point by just 3 points, 51-48. And they actually got shut out by Fort Zumwalt North, 25-0. But they had some big wins. Warrenton was a 35-0 shutout. Fort Zumwalt South a 42-0 shutout. They beat Holt 42-10. Timberland 44-14. Francis House Central beat them 49-21. So they beat some pretty good football teams last year at home by a very big margin. Oops, tapped on the ad on accident. So last year, then, too, the Tigers were maybe not as good of a record as people expected, but they still did a very good job. Got into the district championship, played Farmington. You know, Tigers went 8-4. They won their first 4 games. They lost Keyshawn Boyd in that first game of the season at New Madrid County Central. Still won 21-6, and then was able to beat St. Charles West, Sykeston, Poplar Bluff to win 4 in a row. Lost to St. Dominic, lost to Jackson, lost to Farmington, 3 straight losses. Then they won the last 2 games against Lift for Life and Kennett. And then beat Melville 44-0 in the first round of the districts. Beat Webster Groves 50-14 and lost to Farmington 21-0 in the district championship.
And you mentioned Keyshawn Boyd, and I know he has gone on to play in college now. He's with Missouri Baptist. However, there is another Boyd on the team. That would be Mikael Boyd, and he is a returning Tiger on the roster this season. 3 returning starters on the offense for the Tigers here this evening, taking on Liberty out of Wentzville. And we do want to remind you about the pregame sponsor, Cape Career and Technology Center, providing an environment for students making career connections and advancements through education and training. Find them online, capectc.com.
We will go ahead. We'll take a break. And as the Liberty Eagles come out of the locker room here, we'll take a break as we get ready for the Tigers to come out. We'll be back after this.
Are you ready for more out of life? A new career could be closer than you think. At Cape Career and Technology Center, you can gain the hands-on skills and knowledge you need to get job ready fast. Choose from adult programs like advanced welding, practical nursing, plumbing, electrical trades, and HVAC. Cape CTC, building futures, building careers. Visit capectc.com to learn more. Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plaza since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
At MRV Banks, we are more than just a bank. We're your neighbor, your supporter, your biggest fans. Whether it's cheering from the sidelines on Friday nights or sponsoring the local school teams, we are proud to stand behind what makes our community great. From savings account to small business loans, we're here to help you build a future as strong as your local teams. MRV Banks, your community, your bank. MRV Banks, supporting our schools, our sports, and our community. Member FDIC. MRV Banks, equal housing lender.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Rosati's Pizza of Cape Girardeau, the Cheesecake Ninja in Jackson, Scooter's Coffee locations in North Cape, Jackson, and Perryville.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
At Banterra Bank, we're proud to cheer on the Cape Central Tigers and support the communities that make Southeast Missouri feel like home. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri. Whether you're opening a new account, financing your next big step, or looking for a bank you can count on, we're here to help you build success. Open an account online, utilize digital banking, or stop by our branch on North Kings Highway and meet our friendly team. Banterra Bank. Together we build success. Member FDIC.
At St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been our commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
When your AC quits in the middle of a Missouri summer, who do you want to call? Call the pros with 60 years of experience. Crystal Heating and Cooling. Hi, this is Cindy. Fast, friendly, and reliable. We've been keeping homes comfy across southern Missouri for decades. Now we're bringing the same trusted service to your neighborhood. Crystal Heating and Cooling, an experience you can feel. Turn to the experts with Carrier and call today or visit crystalheating.com because the choice is clear. Crystal clear. Crystal clear.
Your home for Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, I'm Ryan Winkler. As Tigers are going to get ready to go head-to-head here with the Liberty Wentzville Eagles in the first game of the regular season. As we'll get to the starting lineups here.
Let's go ahead and take a look. Wide receiver, number 5, Colin Chastain. You may remember that name from last year. Also, wide receiver, Quan McClinton. Number 6 on the roster. Left tackle is Wyatt Seagraves, and he wears number 55. Left guard, number 50, Sean Wade. Then also on the offense is Jamie Adams, number 63. 74, you have Warnell Durham. And 58, Trinell Clemens. Number 8, Mason Oliver. And then Malachi Johnson, number 4, a returning member for the Tigers offense. Mikael Boyd at running back, and then quarterback, of course, Aiden McGuire. That's a look there at your offensive line and your offensive starters this evening. Now, on the defensive side, Izzy Bridges, number 26. Traquan Hunt, and he's number 51. Also, number 8, Mason Oliver. And then on the defensive line, Alex Iwasco, number 22. Also, number 0, Logan Margetta. Number 13, Iverson Dorsey. Number 11, D. Williams. Number 6, Quan McClinton. And Malachi Johnson, number 4. B.J. Morris, number 7. Finally, on that defensive line, Colin Chastain. And that's the second time I said his name because he is on the offense and the defense. He is a wide receiver for the Tigers as well. So there is some pregame analysis for you about 3 minutes away from your kickoff as they are walking onto the field now for the coin toss. And Ryan, who do we have there for the captains?
Oh, the captains are Logan Margetta, number 0. Number 10 will be the quarterback, Aiden McGuire. It's number 58, Trinell Clemens, and number 74, Warner Durham, as the captains for the Tigers here tonight. And wouldn't you know it, we don't have a roster for Liberty. They didn't have one. They didn't send one over to the school. And the best right now that I have is Max Prep. So let's hope that they are at least up to date with their numbers and that the names will match the numbers for the Eagles. But we do have an updated roster for the Tigers, so that's really one of the only things that matters, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we apologize in advance, I guess, if we do not have up-to-date information there. But we can only go with what is provided for us. Yeah. That's how that works.
It's like we say every year, it's week 1 for everybody. So, and then apparently the commercials are echoing maybe a little bit as well. As long as we don't echo, that'll be easier, I think, for you guys to maybe put up with, as the commercials won't go as long, as talk as much as we will.
So we are getting closer and closer. I do want to remind you one more time, pregame sponsor this evening, Cape CTC online, capectc.com, providing an environment for students making career connections and advancements through education and training. The Cape CTC. Coin toss on the field right now with the team captains. And starting to cool down a little bit, Ryan. So it's kind of shaping up to be a good evening for some high school football, as it is the end of August and school's back in session now. Kind of hard to believe. Time just keeps flying by.
The first day for the Tigers for Cape Central was just Monday. So this is their first full week of school. First day of school was Monday, first full week.
A lot of schools started back on Monday.
Yeah.
I think statewide, that's what Missouri decided to do, was the 24th. So referees meeting at midfield. About a minute away here from kickoff this evening at Tiger Stadium. Tigers taking on Liberty Wentzville, the Eagles. And welcome to the jungle. There you go.
Yep, you got to play that first game kickoff. Opening kickoff, you have to.
It's a tradition.
So the Tigers are going to receive the opening kick and get things started on offense to try to get this game going right off the bat, as the Eagles, like we said, Class 16 districts, the district, I don't know what you want to call it, the district positionings, whatever you want to call it, came out today. And the Tigers obviously Class 5 District 1 again. And the Eagles are Class 6 District 4, I believe is what it said. So Liberty won't play Jackson anywhere in the postseason unless it's further on later on in the year, as the opening kick is downfield. It's going to be a shorter kick. It'll be picked up and brought across the 30 to the 35 before he's finally tripped up at about the 40-yard line, which is where the Tigers will take over to start things off. And it looked like the return man may have been Michael Boyd. So the Tigers, good starting field position here to start the first game of the season.
Yeah, last year, Ryan, we mentioned it, 8-4, so hoping to improve. Of course, we have some new players on the offense here this evening.
We have a lot of new players on the offense this evening.
I guess, yeah, because only 3 are returners. 1st and 10.
So McGuire will set up, and he'll put his man in motion. That's Boyd. He'll step back to pass. He'll throw across. It's caught by Boyd in the backfield. And he will try to cut back towards the middle, and he'll gain, looks like, 1 yard up to the 41-yard line.
We saw a lot of action last year from Mikael Boyd as Keyshawn when he went down early on in the season, and he is back here as a starter for the Tigers. Second down.
This time they'll just hand it straight off to him, and he will be hit at the line. And it may be, see where they mark the football. Looks like they're going to give him maybe another yard. So it'll be 3rd and 8.
Got the ball on their own 42.
3 receivers over to the right side. As McGuire will get the snap, he's going to hand it off again, running it up the middle, getting across the 45 to the 46, 47-yard line is Boyd. And it looks like they're going to get him at the 46, so it'll be a gain of 4.
And looks like
it'll be 4th down, so they will send out the punt unit, and Alex Owasco, the punter for the Tigers.
Now, that is one that is a returner as well. You know, we mentioned all the new names here on the roster, but Alex Owasco is a returning punter for the Tigers this evening. It's 4th and 3, so he picked up about 5 yards on 3rd down.
Play clock down to 3. There's a good snap, and the punt is a good punt as it's going to get down to about the 15 and take an eagle bounce before the Tigers pounce on top of it to down it at the 21-yard line. So a good punt there from Owasco. It's about a 22-yard punt. I gotta do math. This is first week, and I'm already trying to add stuff up.
We're all just getting back into the swing of things. 10:06 remaining here in the first quarter. And here's the Eagles on offense.
He'll take the snap, trying to hand it off, and he's going to be hit in the backfield for a big loss there right off the bat. So the defense just swallows him up, as the defense is a lot of guys that did play last year on defense. So the defense is still pretty strong compared to what it was. It's not quite the same as the offense, as they'll take the snap. He's going to try to run it around the right side. He'll get back across the original line of scrimmage and gain another extra yard. So he'll gain 6 there.
That's Colin Chastain coming in there and making the tackle for the Tigers. Before that, we had the inside linebacker, Logan Margetta. The big stop, but it's now 3rd down. Tigers could get a stop here, 3rd and 9.
Looks like Strutman is the quarterback for the Eagles. He will turn to pass, and he's going to be, the completion is made, but he's brought down in the backfield for another loss. So they'll lose back to the 18-yard line, and it's going to be a loss of 4.
So both teams, Ryan, going 3 and out. Tigers going to get another shot here in offense.
They're going to punt it away again. Clock at 8:40 here in the first quarter. Tigers with new jerseys this year. They've got all new jerseys, actually. They've got all new black, orange, and white ones. As that is a high punt. That's a good punt. Caught by Boyd at about the 40. And he's able to break free, get across over to the far side of the 50 to the 45, and he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 44. So a good return, and the Tigers get good field position once again to set it up here on offense.
Yes, they. You look at that punt there, and you thought, okay, they're going to pin him deep, but at the same time, you got to hand it to Boyd there, coming up with a pretty good return, and they're going to start this one in opponent's territory. 1st and 10, ball on the 39, with 8:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game.
The sideline referee coming and say something to Coach Gibbs. Not 100% sure what he's saying, what he's talking about. Margetta seems to be upset about something there on the sideline. Oh, we got a penalty.
Oh.
On the play, so maybe a penalty on Margetta. So that's going to push the Tigers back behind the 50, back to the 41-yard line.
Well, so much for that return.
I'm thinking maybe there was a block in the back there at some point.
Kind of a late flag coming in.
So they're going to hand it off now, running here to the near side. He'll get up across the 40 to the 43. Looks like a gain of 2. 4. Looks like Zeke Sumner. Sumner is a sophomore. 5'10", 190.
So McGuire's going to step back to pass here. Oh, and he's got it.
What a catch downfield. Get it across the 15 before he's finally brought down. Just shy of the 10-yard line. Looks at like the 11. So good. 46-yard pass from Aiden McGuire.
So Elijah Brown making the reception there. 1st and 10.
And they'll hand it off again as he will get brought down, looks like on the 10. So a gain of 1 there for Sumner.
So they go back to Sumner. You know, he was involved a little bit earlier in this drive as well.
McGuire's going to take the snap, roll to his right, throws. It's caught, and they're going to say it is a catch before he hit out of bounds. The ball bounced out when he hit out of bounds, but he had control of it inbounds, and it's going to be 1st and goal. Nope, it's going to be 3rd and 2 from the 3.
Ooh, 3rd and 2 from the 3.
McGuire will take the snap, give it to Sumner. He's going to be hit right in the middle as he tried to go up the gut. And I don't know if he gained a yard or not. We'll find out before.
I think he might have gained maybe a yard.
I think they're going to give him 1 yard, yeah.
If that. So, gain of maybe half a yard, we'll say. 6:30 remaining here. They're going to go for it. 4th and 2 from the 3.
They're trying to get him to jump off sides, maybe. They turn back to look at the sideline to Coach Gibbs. And Coach Gibbs is going to take a timeout. That's exactly what it was. They were going to try to get them to jump off sides to get them a fresh set of downs in a 1st and goal situation. And the Eagles did not fall for it. And so Coach Gibbs will take his first timeout.
So as we take this time out, we're going to tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. Visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape or online, stonemountaincarpet.biz. Proud sponsors of Cape Central football. Also, Crystal Heating and Cooling, responding to all your heating and cooling needs. With exceeding expectations since 1965, whether you need to cool off during a hot summer or maybe even warm up on a cold winter, Crystal has you covered. You can find them online, crystalheatingandcooling.com. No better choice in Southeast Missouri. So check them out. That is Crystal Heating and Cooling. 4th and 2 with 6:16 left to go in the first quarter, scoreless ball game, but the Tigers might change that here.
McGuire will get the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, run it up the middle. The quarterback keeper, touchdown at Tigers. And the Tigers strike first. And they will lead it 6-0 here, 6:12 to go in the first quarter.
Now we'll send on Joey Charlton for the extra point. And I was talking to you earlier before we started this. I was a little bit surprised that he's only a junior. It feels like we've been announcing his name for a while now, but it just goes to show you he's been kicking since he was a freshman.
And we're going to get a flag, a little jump by, I believe, Liberty. See what the referees will signal first. Nope, they're going to call a false start on the Tigers. So that will back them up a little bit here. Joey Charlton on for the extra point for the Tigers. As saw a video of him early, I wouldn't say early, maybe end of July, middle of summer. Obviously, he was out kicking no pads, but he hit a 60-yarder.
Oh,
so
nice. Ooh, a little bit further back this time.
And this time we're going to move right back as the Eagles jump. This time he tried to time it right, and he stepped across the line of scrimmage. So it'll be offside on the Eagles. So we'll just move it right back to where we were for the extra point again.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you work on all throughout practice, and then at the end of the day, it still happens every single time, it seems like, in the game.
You get so keyed up, amped up to try to block it, and you just can't hold it back anymore. Snap was a little low, but a good hold, and the kick is up, and it is good as the Tigers take a 7-0 lead here against the Liberty Eagles.
Well, Ryan, now we get to see what this defense looks like once again, and I got to say, first time around, pretty solid performance. And we got to see a few different guys. Colin Chastain, I know, and everything like that. You know, he had 2 big tackles there and 3 and out. 3 and out. So we're going to look forward to seeing a little bit more on the defensive side, especially, you know, all season long, if you think about it, with a lot of young faces on the offensive side of the ball, too. It's going to be interesting to see how this defense steps up. 7-0 here, 6:12 left to go. First quarter from Tiger Stadium. 80 degrees, by the way, Ryan. So it feels hot. It's hot right now, but I'd say in a few hours it's going to be nice.
It has cooled down just a little bit, though, too, as it was, I believe, well, it was about 90 earlier.
Oh, wow.
At least that's what the car said, so you never know. It said 93 when I left work, but that dropped after a while. That's a kick that's going to go into the end zone, and the Eagles will have to start on their own 20-yard line, which is pretty much where they started last offensive drive. Started at the 21 after the punt from Owasco.
Yeah, Tigers went 3 and out, then the Eagles went 3 and out, and now we're going to see what the Eagles do this time around on the offense. They'll line up from the 20.
Stratman will take the snap, fake the handoff, throw downfield, and it is caught at the 50-yard line over the shoulder. And he'll stop, put on the brakes, try to juke his defender. He'll get brought down at the 20, so from one 20-yard line to the other. A big play for the Liberty Eagles. And I think that might have been McMullen. Cody McMullen with a big reception there, and we've got a referee blew his whistle. I think he said my time. I'm thinking we're going to have, it's probably a water break timeout.
If it's above 80, which it's probably right on that line, I bet.
Yep, that's what we're doing. We're having that water break timeout. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
So how about that, Ryan? They went from their own 20 to the Tiger 20 with that reception there from McCullen. And how about that, too, from McClinton, Jaquan McClinton for the Tigers, too, making a big tackle there, preventing the touchdown. I think that one probably could have gone all the way. With 6 minutes exactly left to go here in the first quarter, Tigers on top 7-0. And we tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. You can visit them on Seamers and Cape. Also online, their website, stonemountaincarpet.biz.
Yeah, 60-yard pass there from Strutman to McMullen. Set him up in good field position here. Yeah, Strutman will set up here. And he's going to keep it himself, try to run it up the left side. He's going to cut back towards the middle. He'll get across the first down marker down to the 10-yard line. And it's going to be first down for the Eagles.
They're going to do a hurry-up offense here after that tackle from Malachi Johnson. 1st and 10.
11-yard gain there for McMullen, for Strutman. They hand it off to McMullen, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. So it's 2nd and goal now from the 11.
Loss of 2 on the play.
I take that back. It was not McMullen who ran it. It was Jack Ryan, number 23.
Oh.
All I saw was I thought I saw a solo, like just a single number, but I was wrong. So
2nd
Jack
and goal.
Ryan. And a big-time sack in the backfield for the Tigers. Drives the Eagles even further back, closer back to the 20-yard line. That'll be 3rd and goal from the 17-yard line.
Yep. That's a big-time tackle there. Logan Margetta on this Tigers defense. It is now 3rd and goal from the 17, so really backing their opponents up, and Izzy Bridges will check in. Mason Oliver is going to come off the field here. It is 3rd and goal from the 17. 4:20 left to go in the first quarter.
Strutman takes the snap, steps back. He's going to pass. He's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. And there's a flag on the play. I believe they're going to be calling probably defensive pass interference. Let's see what the flag is. It happened right there after the ball got passed. And it is defensive pass interference. I don't know, that's one of those that's tough to agree with and tough to disagree with at the same time. There was contact, but at the same time, was the ball close enough to have a chance of him catching? Because it wasn't really that close, but at the same time, maybe. I don't know. They were really, it's not like they held him, pulled him back. Really, they had hands on him, obviously.
Certainly not what we wanted to see, as far as flags go there on 3rd and goal. But, hey, now we'll do it a little bit closer. 3rd down.
So 3rd and goal from the 17. And Strutman's going to try to keep it himself. He'll get hit before he gets to the end zone. That'll bring up 4th down. With 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. And what do you think, Chandler? Do you think they're going to give it to that big kid right there?
Well,
that one coming onto the field.
At first I was thinking they were going to send the field goal unit on. But
I think it's going to be a direct snap to what we're going to call, I believe that's Aiden Poindexter, who, if you look at the roster, he's an outside linebacker. This is the William the Refrigerator Perry situation right here. As they do give him the ball, but he does not have. Oh, I think the ball may have even come out, but it's either way, it's going to be Tiger football as he is brought down on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs with 3:22 to go here in the first quarter. So not quite the refrigerator power, I guess you would say, because the Bears used to give William Perry the football to run in short distances sometimes back in the day, and maybe he should have ran it right up the middle instead of try to go off to the side. Maybe that was part of the problem.
They'll have to work on that one in practice
a
few more times before they try that one again. So the Tigers are going to take over here from their own 6-yard line, not the best field position. 1st and 10, 3:22 left to go.
All right, so we have been informed that the roster that we have is 2 years old.
Oh.
As there is no Strutman on Liberty's team. So thank you for the comment. If you can you tell us who the quarterback is? Week one, everybody. So no gain on the handoff there. It's 2nd and 10 with just under 3 minutes to go as they're trying to run it up the middle. Looks like a short gain there for the Tigers. Try to see where they place the football. A gain of 2 there.
Already a 3rd down here on this drive for the Tigers from their own 8. And 2:30 left to go here in this first quarter.
Aha, I found it. Let me know if this is right. Caleb Orcutt. Is that the quarterback?
So they're going to hand it off. They're a gain of about 2 on the play, but that's not going to be anywhere near enough. So 4th and 6, and it's now time to punt this one back. So here comes Alex Iwasco.
So let me fix this then, so I don't keep calling him the same name. Yeah, Caleb Orcutt. Thank you very much.
Kind of a line drive punt there. It's going to take a really nice roll.
Yeah, it takes a Tiger roll almost to the 35-yard line. And they'll pick it up, and they'll mark it down at the 36.
1:35 here in the first quarter. Tigers are leading the Eagles 7-0, and pretty impressive play from the Eagles' last drive, but it did not end up in any points on the board. We'll see what they do this time around. 1st and 10 from their own 36 here at Tiger Stadium this evening. Defense looking pretty solid out there so far.
All right, this is going to be easier now. These are easy to remember. Rizzo, number 1, and they will actually break a couple tackles. Orcutt running up the middle, getting up to the 40 and across. They're going to actually mark him down at the 41-yard line. So a nice gain there of 5.
He scrambled around a lot there, Ryan, but made something out of nothing. And now it's 2nd and 5 from their own 41.
Orcutt will set up with 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He'll take the snap, fake the handoff. Going to look across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete as he threw back towards his sideline behind his receiver. So that'll bring up 3rd down.
We've had several, many 3rd downs this evening.
Yeah, 48 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Kind of a defensive battle after the first quarter draws to a close here.
Orcutt will try to get the Tigers to jump. And now they'll look to the sideline for their new play. They'll relay the play now, step back again, and we get a whistle, and I believe Liberty called timeout right before. Yes, they did. Right before the play clock reached 0. So they will also use their first time out of the game here in the first quarter with 48 seconds left. 3rd and 5 for the Eagles.
So as they take the timeout, we tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring. Locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. Visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape. Also, online, stonemountaincarpet.biz. And you see Coach Gibbs walking down there on the sideline, leading this offense. I want to say this is his 7th year. Does that sound right to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I might be off, but that's just what my mind is telling me.
If it's not, it's 6.
That's without looking at a paper. It might be 6. So don't quote me on that. We'll get everything finalized here as the game goes on. You gotta
week 1.
It's week 1. And we only have the stuff that they tell us about.
Yeah. And thankfully, we did find the right roster.
Yes,
and
we appreciate the people that
yeah,
help us and that
they were confirmed that the quarterback is in fact Oregon. A little high snap, but he tips it back to himself. Looking downfield, he's got Rizzo, and it's going to be intercepted by the Tigers. A big interception by D. Williams. We'll give the Tigers the ball back with 40 seconds.
So that is exactly what we wanted to see here this evening on a 3rd and 5, and it was a high snap. He steps back to pass. And then D. Williams comes in to make the interception on the play, giving the ball right back to the Tigers. 40 seconds left to go here in this first quarter.
We may be looking at a low-scoring game.
It's been a defensive battle after the first quarter.
A lot of defense here for this one. Seven 0, 40 seconds. Probably run this one and then let the clock expire. And McGuire thought about throwing over to the near sideline. He's going to tuck it and run. He'll avoid 2 tacklers now up to the 40, and he'll get brought down at the 42-yard line. And a good run from the 21. A 21-yard run.
Yeah, I think he faked everybody out on that one. I was fooled, too. I thought that he handed it off, and he kept it for himself. Nice play. His helmet came off also at the end of that on the sideline. So clock
Josie
is running.
Seaball will have to come in. McGuire's helmet came off, so he's got to come out for a play. They're going to take the snap, hand it off. Nope, they fake the handoff. And Seaball will get brought down in the backfield back to the 40 for a loss of 2.
Now that should just about do it for this first quarter.
There's no reason to run another play. And that does end the first quarter. So at the end of one quarter, the Tigers lead at 7-0 here over the Eagles of Liberty. And we will take a quick break, and we will be right back after this.
For over 60 years, Crystal Heating and Cooling has delivered trusted HVAC service, from installs to repairs, residential to commercial. Need a new system but concerned about the cost? You don't have to wait for comfort. We've got flexible financing options available for a wide range of credit situations. Crystal Heating and Cooling. Experience you can feel. This is Cindy Friedmeyer with a reminder to turn to the experts with Carrier and call today or visit crystalheating.com. Comfort is within reach because the choice is clear. Crystal clear. Crystal clear.
Are you ready for more out of life? A new career could be closer than you think. At Cape Career and Technology Center, you can gain the hands-on skills and knowledge you need to get job ready fast. Choose from adult programs like advanced welding, practical nursing, plumbing, electrical trades, and HVAC. Cape CTC, building futures, building careers. Visit capectc.com to learn more. Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Your home for Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7.
So start of the second quarter as the Tigers have it at their own 40-yard line. And McGuire back in after having to sit out the one play. He's able to avoid one tackler and another, but this time he'll get wrapped up as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So no loss, but no gain. 7-0 here. I am Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. And Chandler, so far, like you said earlier, defensive battle between the two teams. Just the one touchdown. And another third down, 3rd and 12 here for Cape Central. McGuire will get the snap. He's going to roll to his left, looks downfield, throws towards the sideline. It's going to be intercepted by the Eagles. And he's able to stay on his feet, but he'll finally be brought down in their own territory at the 39-yard line. And that is Ashton McDaniel for the Eagles coming away with the interception.
Yeah, just sort of a bad read there, I think, from McGuire, and it's one of those things that he'll have to work on a little bit because it's first game back, and he was not able to find his receiver at all on that play. So interception, 1st and 10 now for Liberty. 11-14 left to go here as we were just getting the second quarter underway.
So Orcutt will take the snap. He's going to roll, tuck it, and run up the middle. Get across the 45. He'll be brought down at the 46-yard line. A good gain of 7 for the quarterback for the Eagles. They're going to... Yeah, the scoreboard only gave him... There you go. There we go. Yeah, they only gave him 6. He actually got 7. He got to the 46-yard line, not the 45. Orcutt takes the snap, throws a quick one at the 50. It's caught, and he'll get brought down just on the other side of the 50-yard line for a first down.
So Iverson Dorsey and Malachi Johnson both coming in there making the tackle. Still going to be 1st and 10, though, as they move the chains and also move across midfield. 7-0. Cape Central leads.
I believe that was Harris, Kellen Harris, who made the reception. As Orcutt takes the snap, he's going to throw a short pass, and it's going to be incomplete. As it was a little too far out in front of his running back and a little too short for Rizzo.
Yeah, that time just...
Espinoza, the running back.
Just an underthrown ball, really. But now it's... What, 2nd and 10? 2nd and 10. The clock's going to stop there with the incomplete pass. And ball is on the Tiger 49.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he was going to throw to Espinoza and then saw Rizzo and thought, I'm going to try to get to him, and just didn't have enough. Ball is flipped in the air. He actually makes the catch, and he'll get to the 50. That was a dangerous play by Orcutt, but a good catch there by Espinoza, who will get a couple yards out of it, but it'll end up being 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd and 11.
He sort of just threw the ball up, and he was hoping for the best, I think.
Exactly, yeah. He was wrapped up, and it kind of looked like he just kind of flicked his wrist and hoped the ball went up in the air.
But it worked. And better than turning the ball over.
Better than better than the sack that would have pushed him back a little bit further. He's going to roll to his right. He'll throw, and it's going to be caught near the sideline, and it is a catch. It'll be 1st down, and it's caught by Luke Elliott, the junior for the Eagles. And it's going to be a yard short of the 1st down marker at the 40, so it's going to be 4th and 1. Let's see what the Eagles do here. And looks like that's just going to be a direct snap here to Espinoza. Going to line up 2 blockers. He gets the snap. He's going to try to run. He gets the 1st down and more as he gets pushed forward to the 35-yard line, a gain of 5. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Eagles.
So, yeah, Liberty, they're really trying to put together some kind of drive, and so far it's working out better than any other drive we've seen from them so far. 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter, and Cape Central Tigers on top of the Liberty Eagles. You can tune in KPE 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. Also on YouTube, watch and listen. Cape Central Sports on the live tab. It is 1st and 10.
We're going to whistle, and it's going to be a delay of game on the Eagles. So that will give the Eagles, push them back to the 39-yard line.
1st and 15 this time.
He's actually marked down at the 34, so the 5-yard penalty makes 39, which that would have been confusing if I hadn't have I said they made it to the 35. Quick throw over to the far side. It's caught, and he'll be brought down, but it'll be a short gain. It looks like a gain of maybe 2.
D. Williams, he's making the tackle there.
Orcutt throws over to Braden McGowan.
There we go.
Tiger coach come in and wrong booth is what he said.
See, it's week 1. That's what we're saying. Everybody's got to get used to how everything. We got to get back in the swing of things.
Orcutt will roll. He's going to tuck it now and run it himself. He'll get across the 35 down to the 30. And I believe they're going to mark him down at the 30. So it'll be a gain of 7. Another quarterback keeper for Orcutt. It'll be 3rd and 6. So another 3rd down here in this first half. As Orcutt trying to get the Tigers, I think, to jump offside as he was, looked like, throwing his hands out to try to get the snap. And they had to look over to the sideline for a new play. He's going to roll to his left, looking downfield. A little short dump pass there to Espinoza. Espinoza will not make it to the first down marker, but he'll gain, looks like maybe 3. Make it 4th and 3. Yep.
So what are they going to do on this 4th down? Last time it was 4th and 1. And quarterback keeper. This time they got 3 yards to go from the Tiger 27.
We're going to do it again. Wildcat. Espinoza gets the snap. Hesitates a little, runs it up the middle, gets across for the first down. He'll gain, looks like 4 yards. See where they actually mark the football. Yep, 22-yard line, 4 yards.
I guess Liberty realized that it worked the first time, so let's do it again. And good enough for a 1st and 10.
Chandler, guess what? We're going to do it again. Espinoza gets the direct snap. Hesitates a little and cuts back to the middle. Runs it up and gets brought down just shy of the 15-yard line. Be a gain of 5 there for Espinoza.
A few more Tigers checking in here. R.J. Gafford on the defense also. Jamie Adams. 6:03 left to go before halftime.
And we get a whistle. And it's a water break. 6 minutes in the second quarter left, so get a water break at 6 minutes. So the Eagles and Tigers will take a break, take a drink, and let's see what they come out with. The Eagles were set up in that Wildcat again. They were going to have Espinoza just run the ball back up the middle again, I'm sure, because he has been more or less just pounding it up the middle. He has not really, in that Wildcat formation, he has not been able to be
That's
stopped.
right. It's just like Lamar Jackson. And back in college especially, he was always known for stuff like that and playing for Louisville. And here we are now, a little water break, just under 6 minutes. That's what they have to do because when it's 80 degrees is the cutoff. That's where they draw the line.
I think it may be the temperature at game time.
Oh, is that what it is?
Because it's actually 79.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless they're just going to round it up. But I think it's just whatever it was at game time is we're going to be doing water breaks.
That's how it goes the first few games. And then here in about 2 months, we're not going to have to worry about that. 2nd and 4.
Which, it makes sense that you just go with game time temp because then you can just be like, hey, 6 minutes. We're not going to worry about temperature later on.
Then nobody has to keep checking it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what it is now. And anyway, so, they're going to add a second back. 6 exactly.
Yeah, because they're supposed to stop it at 6 minutes.
Yeah.
He just happened to look up at 5:59 when he blew the whistle. So the clock does start again after the run in. Espinoza, a little bit of a high snap, but he'll bring it down, and he'll gain a couple. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll just gain 1. Nope, he'll gain nothing. So it's going to be 3rd down, 3rd and 4.
Well, we've had plenty of 3rd downs in this first half. And now the Liberty Eagles faced with another
going to change formations and bring Orcutt back out. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He'll take the snap, roll to his right, looking, throws. It's caught at the 10, and he'll be brought down almost immediately by the Tiger defense. There's a good throw and a good catch there. Good catch by Luke Elliott.
And move those chains once again. They're putting together a pretty nice drive and taking some time off this clock in the process. So 1st and 10 from the 11 after that.
2 receivers to the left side this time for the Eagles, but Orcutt's going to keep it himself, and I think he makes it back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they spot the football, but I don't think he gained anything there. Actually, it looks like they're going to mark maybe a half-yard loss. We'll just call it 2nd and 10. They'll call it 2nd and 11 on the scoreboard, but we're going to go 2nd and 10. Just over 4.5 to go here in the first half. As Orcutt will line up, same formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And a back right behind him, and he will fake the... No, he faked me out with the fake handoff that he actually handed off. He did a good job of selling that fake handoff as he gave it to his running back, but they'll end up losing yards. They'll lose back to the 16-yard line, so a 5-yard loss. And as Espinoza is brought down in the backfield.
So once again, they're faced with a 3rd down, this time a little bit longer, 3rd and 15. But hey, so far it's working for him pretty well on this drive.
So Orcutt will roll. Looking, he'll throw towards the end zone. It's going to be short, and it's going to be incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th and 15. So my guess is maybe there's no... Well, let's see what they do here. They're bringing in some different guys here for the Eagles. My first thought was no kicking game, which there are a lot of high schools that don't. They don't really worry about any kind of kicking situation, but it looks like we are going to go for a field goal here for the Eagles. So he'll line it up, mark it off, step to the left. A good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it's good. So a field goal for the Eagles from, is that number 29, Aiden Poindexter. Oh, there's Poindexter. So he's not 99, he's 29.
There we go.
That was probably 95 earlier for Skeen.
That was about a 35-yard field goal.
That was a good field goal, yeah.
Give or take. 3:43, and they put some points on the board here. 7-3 is your score. Got to tell you about our broadcast booth sponsor, Crystal Heating and Cooling. No better choice in Southeast Missouri than Crystal Rapid Response Heating and Cooling. You can find them for all your heating needs, also indoor air, maintenance, whatever you need. Crystal has your back. Check them out online, crystalheatingandcooling.com, and they will be there for you. Liberty's set to kick this off. As we are approaching halftime, we'll maybe take a look around the area, see some of the scores around the Heartland, and, of course, preview some football action to come here in the next few weeks.
Yep. SEMO kicks off their season tomorrow. I think FCS is the official season opener. I think it was last night. We'll talk about that, actually. There was an upset. As the kickoff will bounce past and into the end zone. So it'll end up being a touchback. That was probably a better situation than what it could have been, as he would have picked that up at about the 7-8 yard line maybe, and it could have been a much worse field position for the Tigers. So 3:42 to go, 80 yards. They want to try to put some points up on the board before we go to the halftime locker room. McGuire will set up here, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. McGuire will take the snap. He'll hand it off, try to run it up the middle. Looks like it'll be a loss of 1. As Boyd was the tailback there in that situation. So 2nd and 11.
So, yeah, overall, a pretty quiet night, really, from both sides of the ball as far as offense goes. 3:15 on the clock before halftime.
McGuire will step back to pass. He's going to step up. Now he'll tuck and run. He'll get it across the 20, and he gets tripped up and somehow falls forward. I think he may have actually gotten away from one defender and got brought down by someone different. He'll get out to the 25. So it'll make it 3rd and 5, so it's a 6-yard gain for McGuire. McGuire will take the snap. Quick throw across the middle is caught up to the 50, and he'll get brought down, knocked down from behind. As he gets across the 50-yard line, they're going to mark him down at the 44. And a nice catch there by Malachi Johnson.
They were quick on that one. A very quick pass and not wasting any time at all. 2:25 on the clock, and they're going to hurry up here so they don't have to take a bunch of timeouts.
Correct that. They're going to mark him at the 42 as they fake the handoff. Quick throw over to the far sideline. Now he'll run it up across. That's Malachi Johnson again, and he'll step out of bounds after another first down. That will be a gain of, let's see here. Here's where the math comes in. I'm actually waiting for them to put up the yards on the 26, 20-yard gain.
And, it's not often when you have a big reception by a receiver and then they go right back to him on the second play, and it works.
And they're going to fake the pass. They're going to hand it off this time as Boyd will try to run it around the outside on the near side, and he'll get pushed out of bounds. And let's see, he gains, what do they mark him down at the 22, so he'll gain 4 yards.
So he's able to kind of work his way over to the side, stop the clock, which is also helpful. 2nd down, 6 yards to go from the 22.
And McGuire will fake the handoff, keep it himself. He'll spin around. We get a flag coming in, and another flag will come in. As he gets brought down, it looks like maybe the 19, 20-yard line. We'll see what the penalty, maybe 2 penalties, 2 different flags. A minute 58 to go here in the first half. It must be 2 different penalties because he's talking to 2 different referees separately. Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Okay, so they must have both seen a face mask, maybe. It'll be an automatic first down. And that will move the Tigers up to the 9-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers.
So clock is going to start running now. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. They want to use them.
They're going to hand it off to Boyd. He'll run it up the middle, get it across the 5-yard line, maybe. Or get to the 5. Let's see where they mark it. It's like the 6-yard line. 5.5. So a gain of 3. Bit of a high snap. They'll give it to Boyd again. He's going to run to the near side. And woo, it looked like a hard hit there towards the end of that play. And we've got a player down for Liberty. And we'll get an injury timeout here for the Eagles. As that is number 19, Drew Dudley. Dudley kind of started to get up. Now he's on his hands and knees, and the trainers will talk to him.
Yeah, certainly a collision that happened over there on the
something
sideline.
did not look right in that collision. I don't know if two Eagles ran into each other. The camera wasn't set right. It ended up hitting it got into the windowsill here. So couldn't quite see it on screen, but something did not look right, and it looked as though it almost looked like maybe someone got flipped upside down, turned inside out almost. It did not. It didn't look good. But Dudley is up, walking on his own. The trainer just walking next to him, not really helping him walk. And I think kind of looks like he's holding maybe his lower back. Kind of got his hand back there on his lower back. Or maybe he got twisted up.
Yep.
In that play there towards the end of that.
They'll have to take a look at him, and with it being closing in here on halftime, too, it'll be a nice opportunity for the medical staff to have a look at him. 3rd and goal.
A little bit of a high snap. They're going to hand it off to, I believe that's Sumner. And he will get to, it's like the 3-yard line. We'll bring up 4th and goal. So 4th and goal. A minute left here in the second quarter. As McGuire looks to the sideline, looks like they're going to go ahead and just burn a timeout here when it gets down to close to 0 on the play clock, as it's down to 3 right now. And we will get a Tiger timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, either way, I mean, in a situation like that, you want to kind of run the clock down because you don't want to give, in the case that we do score here, you don't want to give the opponent too much time to go down and also kick a field goal. And it seems like, especially when you watch a lot of games, that happens a lot, where if a team leaves just a minute on the scoreboard, that's just enough time to where a team that's maybe even looked bad all first half, and they'll come down, and that's when they put some points on the board, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown, one of the same. But Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993, your trusted source for all things flooring. Visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape, also online, stonemountaincarpet.biz. 38 seconds left to go before we hit the half. And the Cape Central leads the Liberty Eagles 7-3. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Also on YouTube, Cape Central Sports. Watch and listen. Also on your radio, 1550 AM and 95.7 FM. Hey, we're going to bring Joey Charlton out for a field goal.
All right. I like it. Let's try to get the goalposts in there. All right, so a kick from about the 10-yard line. And the kick is up, and it is good. So 1 for 1 for field goals for the Tigers, 1 for 1 for field goals for the Eagles. As we have 35 seconds left here in this first half. And hang on. We got something, I think it's going to be added on to the kickoff. There was a whole lot of hand signals for something I don't know.
So, yeah, they're going to enforce that onto the kickoff, which will happen here very shortly. 10-3, though, after a nice field goal there from Charlton. So far, 2 field goals, 1 from the Tigers, 1 from the Eagles. We don't always see that in high school. A lot of the games we've called, it's kind of unusual even if you see 1.
Mm-hmm.
But to see 2, and here in the first half, and it's opening night here at Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, you don't see a whole lot of field goals. Sometimes you can go a whole season with no field goals.
I would think so.
I mean, you can get attempts maybe, but you don't always get 2 made in one game, let alone sometimes 2 made in a season.
So we did mention
the penalty is...
Yeah, like the penalty.
It's kick off from the 45-yard line. They might as well just skip the kickoff because I doubt Joey Charlton's going to kick it short. I would just kick it into the end zone.
Yeah.
We're going into the halftime. It's 10-3. There you go. Back up a little bit there for the Eagles. And let's see what he does. And, yes, that's going to go into the end zone.
And that actually went out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
Just
about
the 1 yard line, believe it or not.
So not quite the end zone, but that'll actually give the Eagles a better field position here, as that'll put them at the 35-yard line.
Yeah. That's been a rule that's kind of changed through the years also, I think, especially maybe not in high school, I couldn't say, but, especially in college and NFL where, the 20, where you start 20 versus the 25 and then the 35, just depending on what happens there. The ball was kicked out of bounds. So 1st and 10.
Orcutt's going to run to the near sideline, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds, as I think the Eagles may try to play a little conservatively here in the end of the first half. 30 seconds to go. Looks like he thought about maybe going downfield, but went ahead and tucked and ran.
Well, he'll lose 2 on the play.
So Orcutt will get another snap. This time he will hand it off. Espinoza will get wrapped up and brought down. And I think they're going to make it back to that line of scrimmage, maybe gain a yard. They do gain a yard. We're going to get a whistle and a timeout. Oh, we have a player down here for the Eagles. And he's actually going to go ahead and get up, walk off right away. I think maybe somebody stepped on his foot because he kind of came up gingerly there in that right foot. Kind of really not much of a lip there, so it could have just been sometimes you get stepped on just right and you just can't. It hurts to step on it, but as you walk it off.
Yeah, somebody might have just landed on him, and kind of just little injuries like that are somewhat common in a tough sport like football.
So it's almost halftime. Jackson is up 17-0 over Edwardsville. It's the second quarter. Saxony and New Madrid County Central, they are tied at 6. And Valley is up against Hayti 41-0. So that may be the final score. I don't know how far into that game they are, as that will put us at halftime as the clock will expire, and it is 10-3. The Tigers lead here over the Eagles. We will take a break, and we'll come back here with the halftime show. We'll be back after this.
At MRV Banks, we are more than just a bank. We're your neighbor, your supporter, your biggest fans. Whether it's cheering from the sidelines on Friday nights or sponsoring the local school teams, we are proud to stand behind what makes our community great. From savings account to small business loans, we're here to help you build a future as strong as your local teams. MRV Banks, your community, your bank. MRV Banks, supporting our schools, our sports, and our community. Member FDIC. MRV Banks, equal housing lender.
At St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been our commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
At Banterra Bank, we're proud to cheer on the Cape Central Tigers and support the communities that make Southeast Missouri feel like home. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri. Whether you're opening a new account, financing your next big step, or looking for a bank you can count on, we're here to help you build success. Open an account online, utilize digital banking, or stop by our branch on North Kings Highway and meet our friendly team. Banterra Bank, Together we build success. Member FDIC. Member FDIC.
Are you ready for more out of life? A new career could be closer than you think. At Cape Career and Technology Center, you can gain the hands-on skills and knowledge you need to get job ready fast. Choose from adult programs like advanced welding, practical nursing, plumbing, electrical trades, and HVAC. Cape CTC, building futures, building careers. Visit capectc.com to learn more. Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
When your AC quits in the middle of a Missouri summer, who do you want to call? Call the pros with 60 years of experience. Crystal Heating and Cooling. Hi, this is Cindy. Fast, friendly, and reliable. We've been keeping homes comfy across southern Missouri for decades. Now we're bringing the same trusted service to your neighborhood. Crystal Heating and Cooling, an experience you can feel. Turn to the experts with Carrier and call today or visit crystalheating.com because the choice is clear. Crystal clear. Crystal clear.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Rosati's Pizza of Cape Girardeau, the Cheesecake Ninja in Jackson, Scooter's Coffee locations in North Cape, Jackson, and Perryville.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Let's head back to the booth. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at halftime, the Crystal Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Tigers lead it here 10-3 at the halftime break. Chandler, we talked about it, mentioned it a couple times in that first half. It's a defensive game between these two teams. Not a whole lot of scoring as the Tigers with the touchdown in the first quarter and then a field goal there right towards the end of the second quarter to make it 10-3. Field goals for both teams, which is not something you see a whole lot of in high school football. At least not in our area. There are obviously some schools that, have those kind of teams. That De La Salle out in California and trying to think who was the one. There's one in Florida, IMG, I think it is. They have a really good football team. Those teams that are schools that have football teams.
Right.
They have guys that just do football, kickers that are there drilling 60, 70 yarders, and things like that. The guys that get picked up to go kick in college. Every so often you'll get one of those guys here in the area, but those are the schools that usually somehow always end up with a kicker.
I guess that's just the way things go sometimes.
Must be that California sun, Florida sun.
Yeah. Well, how about this? You kind of mentioned, if we shift gears a little bit, SEMO. They're going to be playing tomorrow because FCS, week 1 of the FCS is starting tomorrow. And then, I shouldn't say that because there's games going on right now.
Yeah.
But that's just if you're thinking in terms of the weekends. And then week 0, they call it week 0 for the FBS. And that's going to be going on tomorrow. Some big games there as well. How about North Carolina and TCU tomorrow? They're going to be playing in Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that one that goes, they're the one that's going overseas for Ireland. I can't remember. I think they're calling it the Shamrock game, I think is what it's called this year. Could be wrong, but I think that's what it's called.
Now, is that something that they do every year? Or?
No, they don't.
Because I've never heard of it, so.
I think this is the first time they've gone over there to Ireland for a game. I could be wrong. I don't know. I vaguely remember Notre Dame playing. That may have been in New York, though.
Huh. I just don't remember it happening with college. I remember last year a lot of early, like on Sunday mornings and stuff, there'd be a lot of NFL teams that would go overseas and they'd play somewhere in Europe.
They played Germany or London. Or
I remember mini games like that last year, but But yeah, this is a little bit different here. We mentioned also with the FCS, SEMO, they're going to be traveling to Indiana State tomorrow for a 3 p.m. kickoff.
And Lindenwood played yesterday. They won 20-17. Morehead State actually lost in overtime 42-40 to OH Dominican.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is, yeah.
Not one I'm familiar with. A few other scores that just went final here, actually. Colgate and
Ohio Dominican. Ohio Dominican.
Yeah.
Let's see what they are. Saxony they have taken the lead 12-6. They are in the second quarter. That Valley score that we gave you at Valley up 41-0 over Hayti, that was 5 minutes to go until halftime. So they still had another 5 minutes to go before that mercy clock kicks in. Poplar Bluff is up by a touchdown, 14-7. They'd be at halftime now. And I think, first of all, thanks to Caleb Deloach for texting, sending in scores. I'm going to ask him I believe Saxony is at home. I think this is their first home game.
Ever?
No, just this year. Last year they had to start the season at Houck Stadium.
But last year was their first season.
It was their first varsity season, yeah, last year, and they had to play their first home game, which I think was the first game of the season at Houck Stadium. Their football field was not ready yet. Something happened where originally it was going to be done in time for the season, and then something happened where it did not get finished in time. But let me see if I can find that real quick.
Yeah.
See where they're playing. Yeah, this says Jackson 17-0 at halftime over Edwardsville. Sikeston 18-0 at halftime over Park Hill Central. St. Vincent is up 7-0 over DeSoto, and Perryville is beating Fredericktown 16-0. So Perryville and St. Vincent were here last week for the Jamboree, along with Caruthersville, and the Tigers won't play Perryville or St. Vincent, but we will go to Caruthersville, the Lift for Life game. Lift for Life actually double booked that weekend, that Friday night, that we were supposed to go to them, which would have been I don't know where, because they don't have a football field. They play somewhere else. I guess just whatever is available. But yeah, Live for Life, they double booked, and we get to play Caruthersville. They are going to play Vashon, I believe. I'd have to look that up again.
Vashon and Sumner and the Miller Career Academy, right?
Yes.
That's a 3-1. They've combined all those.
Yeah. Okay, yes, Caleb did say they are at home. Saxony is at home. So let me also check what Live for Life is doing. Who they're playing that week. They're going to play. Nope, go back. The internet never cooperates when you need it to. There we go. Well, Live for Life, number one, we're going to talk about a little bit. Veritas Christian, that's what it was. The Saxony game was supposed to be against Veritas Christian, and New Madrid had an opening. Something with Veritas, I think they may have double booked too at the same time. And so New Madrid had a week. I mean, I guess they had it opening, or they decided we don't really want to play who we schedule. Let's play Saxony instead. So they decided to play each other.
Yeah.
And so here it is. So Live for Life, they're going to play Chaminade that week.
Okay.
So if you're going as, well, they're also Class 5. I take that back. But Chaminade usually is really good at football. So, I mean, if I'm going late in the season like that, I want to test my guys, I would probably pick Chaminade. And they're going to be on the road at Chaminade. So, yeah, I don't know how that works for Live for Life home games. They've got home games scheduled, but I'm not sure how that works for them. They make it work, though.
Yeah. You know, on the topic of what you're talking about, just the scheduling and everything like that, pretty sure that for a while there at least, Cape Central, they kind of alternate years, if that makes sense, to where
Yeah.
the schedule would be every other year. You know, like if they started off, say, like with St. Charles, they might play on the first week, and then 2 years later, they might travel and go play up there at St. Charles. That is how they did it. I'm not sure if they still have continued to, but I know a few years ago that was the sort of the pattern.
Yeah.
That the Tigers
So what
would follow.
they do is they'll sign a 2-year contract with the other team, which guarantees a home and away, and that's what they'll do 2 years. But that's when it comes to, we played Liberty 2 years in a row once before, but played them both here because they don't have a home field. And I think now they have maybe worked out a deal with maybe some of the other area schools up there that they do get home games. They can play. They'll play at another school's field. They basically just have to schedule around, I guess, wherever they want to play, or they'll just figure it out when the time comes.
Right.
But halftime, we still got almost 10 minutes to go here, so we're going to go ahead and take another break, and we will be back with more of the halftime show after this.
At MRV Banks, we live for seeing your local business succeed. Whether you're a mom and pop shop with a brick and mortar storefront or a budding startup with customers all over, no matter where your customers come from, you are the heart of our local community, and your success is ours. To learn more about how we support local with a range of business banking products, visit mrvbanks.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For over 60 years, Crystal Heating Cooling has delivered trusted HVAC service, from installs to repairs, residential to commercial. Need a new system but concerned about the cost? You don't have to wait for comfort. We've got flexible financing options available for a wide range of credit situations. Crystal Heating Cooling. Experience you can feel. This is Cindy Friedmeyer with a reminder to turn to the experts with Carrier and call today or visit crystalheating.com. Comfort is within reach because the choice is clear. Crystal clear. Crystal clear.
At Banterra Bank, we're proud to cheer on the Cape Central Tigers and support the communities that make Southeast Missouri feel like home. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri. Whether you're opening a new account, financing your next big step, or looking for a bank you can count on, we're here to help you build success. Open an account online, utilize digital banking, or stop by our branch on North Kings Highway and meet our friendly team. Banterra Bank. Together we build success. Member FDIC.
At St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been our commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
Are you ready for more out of life? A new career could be closer than you think. At Cape Career and Technology Center, you can gain the hands-on skills and knowledge you need to get job ready fast. Choose from adult programs like advanced welding, practical nursing, plumbing, electrical trades, and HVAC. Cape CTC, building futures, building careers. Visit capectc.com to learn more. Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Rosati's Pizza of Cape Girardeau, the Cheesecake Ninja in Jackson, Scooter's Coffee locations in North Cape, Jackson, and Perryville.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Every pass, every tackle, every touchdown. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, and look at the moon there. Is not quite full yet. It's what do we say it was, Chandler? Waning gibbous.
Waning gibbous.
Waning gibbous. As we get a look at it there above Tiger Stadium.
It looks full, doesn't it?
It does look full, yeah. It's almost there. I'd say it's like 98% there, you know.
Well, just in case if there's anybody that's wondering, the next full moon is going to be on Saturday, September 26th. So we've got a little under a month to go.
Oh, this actually, according to the Weather Channel app, it says tonight's moon phase is full moon.
Really?
That's what it says, yeah.
So do you trust the Weather Channel?
Kind of.
I would probably trust them.
I would trust them,
I would trust them. Huh.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I would trust the Weather Channel.
It looks full, though. We said, that looks like as full as it gets. But waning gibbous, if you want to be technical.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
So we still got a little time here.
Yeah, about 4 minutes. But we know that they like to add more time to the clock because of the band, and most of the time the teams don't pay. I wonder what that other switch does. That one turned on the lights, but yeah, what's that other switch turned on? Nothing. As far as we know, nothing. Yeah, this guy coming in here with a Liberty hat. What's he doing here? It's on the wrong side. So the Tigers up 10-3. They had a touchdown in the first quarter and a field goal there with about, I don't know, what'd you say, 35, 38 seconds?
About 38 seconds, I think it was.
In the second quarter. And the Eagles with a field goal as well. Right before that, actually, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the drive before that. The Eagles kicked their field goal. And so we had back-to-back field goals, scoring-wise at least. I don't think there was a possession or two in between there, but
right, yeah, because we start off with the touchdown, and then it's from there one field goal from Liberty, and then one from Central, and that brings us to the 10-3 score that we have here at the half, which is, by the way, brought to you by MRV Banks, Cape's go-to for all things banking. MRV Banks, proud supporters of Cape Central Tigers. Visit MRV Banks today at Mount Auburn, also online, mrvbanks.com. And proud sponsors of Cape Central Athletics. And thinking about all the people that are tuned in over on YouTube, we appreciate that. Cape Central Sports, the live tab. Also, if you are nearby a radio, we appreciate that too. 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. We give you a few different options on as to how you can tune in. If you like to watch and follow along, though, and you got the internet access and everything to do it, then you can. Cape Central Sports. Just type it in over on YouTube and click the live tab. You'll see it up and streaming. And we certainly do appreciate everybody that has tuned in this evening. A little bit more time here before we kick off. Looks like Liberty is down there on the sidelines doing a little bit of stretching, but doesn't it feel good, Ryan, to say that football season is back?
Yeah, finally a Friday night with football again, and especially after this week that we had, just how many people, Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, Peter Cullen, just 3 in a row, right? Back to back to back. So it's nice to have something else, something good to happen here tonight. You're not so much, but for me, I mean, it's not, I mean, it doesn't sound right to say, but my childhood is passing on. My childhood is dying.
Right.
You had Dolly Parton, who was obviously not just my childhood, but for others, older generation childhood. She sang for a good, 5 decades.
She got her start in the 60s, And
6 decades. She sang, she was working on stuff, I think, again, not that long ago.
She continued making music and just quite a career. I mean, there's you think about it this way, and it might sound like a cliche to say it, but yeah, on that topic, there's never going to be another Dolly Parton.
Yeah, there's no way.
As far as female singers, Dolly Parton.
Not even just a person in general too.
Such a great person. She gave
her
back.
Imagination library, all the free books that she gave to kids. I know she donated money, I'm sure, quietly to a bunch of things. I know when they had the fires in Gatlinburg, I'm sure she donated money. They had the floods in East Tennessee. I'm sure she donated money to that too without anybody, being told about it. That's another thing too. She kept a lot of things to herself. She, who knows how much she actually did on top of the things that we do know about.
Yep. So, and she was just one of those people, such an example, you know, and you think about the life that she lived. Obviously, she was very poor from the beginning.
Yeah.
But she became a millionaire, and she gave back so much of that money. And she stayed married to the same man, too, her whole life. Not many celebrities can say that part either. So I've always found that to be pretty fascinating also.
The other thing, too, I think her record label was not happy when they got married because he was not... I'd have to look it up again. But what I remember is because he was not like a famous person or anything.
Oh,
they wanted her to be... They also wanted her to be, I think, seen as a single woman for a male audience.
Well.
And when, they secretly got married, her and her husband. So,
Now, I want to say that she got married to her husband before she was famous. I want to say.
I think it may have been when she first started out, is when they got married. I can't remember for sure.
But she was married to that man.
But
he passed away, actually, last year.
He died about a year.
A little over a year ago.
A little over a year ago, yeah. And then, talk about, I don't know if you know Tim Curry too much.
He was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
I can tell you that.
So for me as a kid, Home Alone 2.
Okay.
He was the bellhop in that one. He was trying to catch Kevin being in the room by himself without, basically renting a room on his own. He was Long John Silver in Muppet Treasure Island. That was when I really, recognized him. And he did the voice of Nigel Thornberry on The Wild Thornberrys, which is a show that I used to like to watch a lot. So I knew him from that stuff before his actually big, well-known roles. I knew him as those characters.
I got you.
And just a little trivia, he was actually picked. He was going to originally be the voice of the Joker in the Batman animated series. And I think he also agreed they felt like he wasn't quite right for it before they picked Mark Hamill, who's Luke Skywalker. I bet you didn't know that either.
No, I didn't, but I'll be honest. I mean, and you all, the people that have tuned in through the years, you all maybe remember that too. The two of us we can talk about some references, but when it comes to a lot of movies and even some of those TV shows and stuff, there's a lot that I'll just admit I have never been the enthusiast there, but I have a lot of respect for all the people that entertainment, just whether it be athletes or musicians or anybody like that, people that are just artists. But that's losing a lot of famous people. Sometimes you don't always realize just how much that can also hurt a little bit just to see those people go from this life.
Yeah, before we get started, Peter Cullen.
And that was the
voice
other one.
of Optimus Prime, which is his main voice role that he was known for. He did the voice in the 80s cartoon and then the movies, the live-action movies. They really couldn't... You couldn't do Transformers movies without him being Optimus Prime. It's kind of like James Earl Jones. You couldn't do a Lion King Mufasa without James Earl Jones. That's the guy. That's the voice. You can't change it. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So third quarter, we finally get back to football after all that. Yeah. So the Tigers will kick it off here as they received the opening kick. And we'll try to get things started here. The Eagles on offense trying to, if not put one in the end zone, trying to get another field goal, cut the lead down. Week one for both teams as Charlton will kick this one away. And it's going to roll. He'll pick it up at about the 10-yard line, bring it out to the 15, cut back towards the middle, back to the 15, and he's going to get wrapped up and brought down They'll mark him at the 15-yard line, and that is where the Eagles will start their offensive drive here in the third quarter.
So we'll see, Ryan, as far as the second half goes. Is it going to be a defensive battle like what we had seen, or is the offense going to come alive and we're going to see a whole bunch of scoring and touchdowns? We'll just have to stay tuned. But 11:53 remaining in the third quarter, and the Eagles have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 15.
Chiefs and Seahawks 6-3 Chiefs. An update there through a comment on YouTube.
Oh.
The same person that helped us out with the roster telling us we are wrong. Well, that roster is old.
You just got to bear with us sometimes. We can only tell you what they provide for us.
Yeah, we didn't get a roster here tonight, so we had to scour the internet, and did not realize that we were a year, 2 years behind on that roster.
I got a 2nd and 7 here.
But Orcutt will keep it himself. He will get a first down as he gets up across the 25. They'll mark him at the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. So good run there from Orcutt.
He's been doing that all evening long. He likes to keep, and sometimes it works out pretty well for him too.
He's a dual threat quarterback. He's got a big pass under his belt too. He's going to keep this one himself again, and this time he'll gain a couple more back to the 30. As I think maybe he gains 3. So it'll be 2nd and 7.
This Tigers defense putting on a nice performance this evening. Home opener. Everybody is ready for some football.
Yeah, Orcutt, 60-yard pass. He had that one. His second pass of the game was a 60-yarder.
Big time play. 2nd and 7 now.
He will take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Espinoza. Breaks free up the middle. Gets to the 40, to the 30, and he's tripped up, brought down. And they're going to mark him down at the 28-yard line. A big gain for the Eagles there. A big run for Espinoza.
And yeah, we were just talking about that big offensive play in the first half. That was probably the second biggest that we have seen so far tonight. Putting them in good field position too.
43-yard run there for Espinoza. Obviously, our stats are not official. We are not good at math.
We don't bother.
We can be. It's just we're not good on the fly. It looks like maybe a broken play by the Eagles, but Orcutt will keep it himself, and he will make something out of nothing. A good gain for Orcutt as he gets to, let's see, the 22-yard line. Gain of 5. And we got a player down for the Eagles. Oh, that's Orcutt. That's not good for the Eagles. He's kind of, I don't know if he's standing on his knees. I don't know how to describe that. He's on his knees, but he's straight up. So, I mean, he's more or less standing.
He's just
not,
knelt down.
Yeah, he's not bent over.
But that's
maybe got his bell rung a little bit.
We'll have to see. They're tending to him.
He will have to come off the field for at least a play, though, unfortunately, for the Eagles. As both teams of trainers were out on the field there for that interaction, just in case. Really, it just depends on who gets there first. It also depends on which side of the field they're on. But when you're in the middle of the field, it's fair game for whoever wants to get there.
Caleb Orcutt.
So I'm guessing they haven't lined up yet, but I'm going to say Wildcat. Nope. They are going to bring in a backup quarterback. I figured they just go Wildcat with Espinoza. This looks like maybe Boone. Nope. They are going to hand it off to Espinoza, though, and I think he will stretch and reach for that first down. That was Will Quinney in the quarterback position. And looks like it's just short. It's going to be 3rd and inches for the Eagles. I'm going to say it looks like maybe 3rd and 2 inches.
Yeah.
It does not look like he is that far from getting that line. And Quinney will stay in as the quarterback as they look at Orcutt on the sideline. And Espinoza runs up the middle. He gets enough for the first down. Kind of ran into the line there. I think he kind of thought he was going to bounce off, but he hit the line and just kind of stopped and fell backwards. But he's got enough for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line.
So once again, they're...
Yeah, once again, just slowly, methodically making their way downfield. Orcutt back out on the field. So whatever he had to come out of the game for was nothing major. And, I think the play is broken. He turned around to hand it off, but there was nobody there. Orcutt's going to try to make something out of nothing. He's going to make a positive gain. Somehow was able to work his way up towards the middle and get across the 15 down to the 13, 14-yard line. Let's see where they actually put this football.
Yeah, he was spinning around, and he was able to kind of break free there, but Malachi Johnson coming in with the tackle.
The 13-yard line is where they'll put him. 2nd and 7.
So we've had a few 2nd and 7s on this drive specifically. 7:30 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
And they'll fake the handoff, throw across the middle, and it's tipped and intercepted by the Tigers. And he's going to run it up the near sideline to the 40, to the 50, to the 40. And he's brought down from behind. A good tackle there by the Eagles. Maybe a touchdown-saving tackle by Ashton McDaniel. And what looked like was going to be a scoring drive by the Eagles turns into an interception and a big return for the Tigers.
So how about that? B.J. Morris coming in there with a really, really nice play. That ball, I think, was tipped or deflected in some way.
I think it almost looked like maybe it was tipped by the receiver and his defender. And then it was caught because he almost had to shoestring catch that one in the end zone. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line, 29-yard line in Eagle territory. And McGuire will fake the handoff. They'll throw over here to the near sideline, and they'll gain a very short amount, maybe a yard, as they throw this one to Elijah Brown. Brown had that big 46-yard reception early in the game. And they call his number here again. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. McGuire with Boyd right behind him. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll cut back towards the middle. He gets to the 30-yard line. And he's going to be brought down. After a short gain, it'll be 3rd and 6.
So McGuire is going to keep the ball to himself there and kind of work his way to the right side. Gain of just a couple. But
I think it's just 2-yard gain there again.
2-yard gain, but 3rd and 6 from the 30. We got 6:14 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter.
McGuire will fake the handoff, back to pass, throws downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. And no flags on the play, so it'll bring up.
I think there is a flag.
Down. Is there?
I see a flag. Over on the 35.
Oh, I see it there on the 35-yard line. Yep, right at the feet. Right at maybe just about where McGuire was. Is it roughing the passer? I was too busy watching the ball. Did you see if anything?
No, I was also kind of looking downfield myself, which they could have. Do you think they'd call pass interference here at all?
I wouldn't think way back here.
Probably not there. But I also didn't see when the flag flew in.
Oh, it's a face mask on the Eagles. So that should give the Tigers enough for a first down. And it's going to get him, nope, looks like just a yard short of the first down. Yep, just a 5-yard penalty. So, yeah, it's going to be 4th and 1 on the 25-yard line. Nope, 3rd and 1. Sorry. That's what happens when you trust the scoreboard. Might be Christian Cavanagh running the scoreboard. He told me if it messes up, it's probably him. McGuire will get to get the snap. He hands it off, running it up the middle, and he is knocked back. He will lose a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles don't realize that was actually 3rd down.
Yeah, they had that wrong there for a second.
6-minute water break timeout is going to actually save the Eagles here in this situation. As, yeah, they thought it was also still 4th down, which is what we thought before it changed back to 3rd down because of the penalty on the play on 3rd down. And they thought they had got a turnover on downs, and honestly, luckily for them, we had that 6-minute timeout because the Tigers could have gotten, I don't know if he would have gotten a delay of game penalty or they would have tried to just, because I'm sure the referees wouldn't have just let him snap the ball. I don't think that's how that's going to work.
Right.
But I'm not sure. I've never actually seen a team run off the field on 3rd down. Or I should say on starting 4th down.
Well, let's go ahead and tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring. They sponsor every timeout that we have here, and they've been locally owned for the past 33 years. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. Visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape. Also, their website, stonemountaincarpet.biz. We have a 4th down.
4th and, should be 4th and 2.
Okay.
To actually put the ball, looks like the 26-yard line.
Hey, here's Joey Charlton.
Oh, we're going for a field goal.
I was wondering if they were going to do
Here we
that.
go. Let's see what happens here.
Hey, this is a long one, about 45 yards.
We're going to try it.
Just under 45 yards here.
Oh, that's going to be no good. That's off to the side. So that will give the Eagles the football on the 26-yard line in their own territory. It was a good kick. I mean, it had the distance. It was just off to the right, far right.
Might as well. Why not? You know, it worked the first time. That one was a little bit longer, though. It just inside 45 yards. We'll say maybe about a 43-yard attempt. And now the Eagles are going to take back over. Keep in mind, this is just a one-possession game with 5:41 left in the 3rd quarter. Tigers on top.
We're still in the 3rd quarter, so, yeah, there is another quarter to go yet. We have not seen the end of this defensive battle.
I know. It's just been low scoring, and it's like the traditional old-school method of running a lot of defense. Not the Big 12 style that we've seen in recent years, right?
So they will fake the handoff, throw downfield, and he's going to overthrow his receiver as that's too far out. That was actually, hang on, I got to remember how to say his name. Quinney. Will Quinney. Back in at quarterback here in this 3rd quarter. So I don't know if something is aggravated, had been aggravated there for Orcutt, or maybe just trying to, maybe Quinney has a big arm. Maybe it's just something they were trying. Nope, Quinney's still out there, so. Trying to look over on the sideline. I don't see Orcutt anywhere over there. Quinney's going to throw again. He'll throw downfield. He's got a man open, but he overthrows him once again. Just a little too far out in front, maybe about a yard or two. That was a good throw, though. I mean, that wasn't, if it was out in front, it would have been a huge gain there if it would have just a little bit shorter.
Yeah, and he's showing the confidence, I guess, to really kind of air this ball out here, and he was in last drive, too. 5:31 remains in the 3rd quarter.
This says Quinney is a junior.
Third and 10.
Quinney will hand it off this time, and Espinoza will gain nothing as he is wrapped up. The Tigers did not fall for that one. That'll bring up 4th down. It'll be 4th and 10, gain of nothing there for the Eagles.
So a full drive there, a straight 3 and out, but also, yeah, just a gain of absolutely nothing the entire drive. He's going to make some incompletions there, but hey, give him a little bit of credit because he was not afraid to air that ball out and look downfield for some of his receivers.
And the Eagles are going to punt here. They do have a punt game. They have punted earlier in this one, so we do know they have a punter. He's got a pretty good leg. Like a line drive, and that's a good kick. It's going to bounce, roll, and it'll be picked up. He's going to break that one tackle and take it up the sideline and get knocked out of bounds. That's Mikel Boyd as he gets knocked out at the 49 in their own territory.
I want to tell you about MRV Banks one more time. They bring you Cape Central football, and with 4:39 remaining here in the third quarter, MRV Banks is your go-to for all things banking. Proud supporters of Cape Central Tigers. Visit them, MRV Banks, today in Mount Vernon, or also online, mrvbanks.com. They're located here in Cape and proud sponsors of Cape Central Athletics. So we'll put the ball on the 49-yard line, 1st and 10 for Cape Central.
Sykeston is up 18-7 in the third quarter over Park Hill Central. And, no. Now, I don't know if it was a bad snap count or what, but the ball is snapped and hits right off the chest of McGuire. And everyone will try to fall on it. The Tigers get the ball back. They'll lose 2 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 12. Jackson up 31-0 over Edwardsville in the third quarter. Perryville is up 16-0 over Fredericktown at the half, and St. Vincent and DeSoto tied at 7. McGuire back to pass. Pump fake, throws downfield, man wide open, caught at the 25 to the 20-10, 5 touchdown. Tigers with a big play there. As he hits Quan McClinton on the sideline for a big touchdown, and it makes it a 16-3 Tiger lead. 2 plays in, 1 play you really kind of just wish didn't happen. And the second one ends up being a big-time touchdown from the 49 in their own territory. So 51-yard touchdown pass from McGuire to Quan McClinton.
Yeah, McGuire to McClinton. MC to MC. And yeah, they just left him wide open. That Eagles defense there, just a little bit of a misunderstanding, miscue. Here's Charlton for that extra point.
And it's good, so make it 17-3. And the Tigers on top here against Liberty. First game of the season. Some flashes there on the offense for the Tigers. They've had some flashes for the Eagles on offense as well. A couple good passes from Orcutt. A couple passes from Quinney that were just a little too far out in front, but still looked good. They still look good. Had they connected, that would have been trouble for the Tigers.
And they might put him back in, too.
Yeah. He may come back. Like I said, I forgot to bring my binoculars is the biggest problem. But I don't see Orcutt being looked at. I don't see anybody being looked at over on the sideline. So I'm not sure where he is, or if maybe they just decided to change it up, switch it up for some reason. Just maybe, hey, we don't want to take any chances with our starting quarterback. You've already been hit once, hurt once. Let's not take any chances here.
Well, I would think Coach Gibbs would be pretty happy with the results of that last drive.
A good deep kick from Charlton will get in the end zone again, and that will start the Eagle drive at the 20-yard line. So 51-yard touchdown pass from Aiden McGuire to Quan McClinton. And they get something started here in the second half. First touchdown of the second half. Quan McClinton, a junior. We got him listed 6'1", 191. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter as they'll hand it off, running it up the middle. Espinoza is going to avoid some tacklers, get over to the far sideline, and he's still tiptoeing, but he finally steps out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So a good run there from the 20 to the 49, almost a 30-yard gain for Espinoza.
Yeah, last time this offense was on the field, they weren't able to come away with any yards whatsoever. So it's something to see there when they actually do give it to the running back, and he's got a 1st and 10. Move the chains here as they approach midfield.
Yeah, Quinney is indeed back out on the field for the Eagles. As he'll take the snap and he'll turn and hand it to Espinoza. He will get wrapped up and brought down in the backfield, a loss of 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 12.
And that's Logan Margetta coming in and wrapping him up there in the backfield. 2nd and 12 from the 47 now.
Margetta grabbing him there around the foot and around the ankle and not letting go. And Quinney will step back. He'll throw a quick one in. It's going to be, I believe they say, incomplete. Yep, and that will bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 12.
And believe it or not, I don't have the actual total, but on 3rd downs tonight, Liberty has been pretty solid.
Very good on 3rd down, yeah.
They are able to convert on 3rd downs. Now, after that, they struggled, but the 3rd down conversions this evening have worked in their favor. It's 3rd and 12 here, 3:09 left to go in the third quarter.
Quinney will step back to pass. He's going to let it fly down the sideline. Intercepted by the Tigers. Another one. This one by D. Williams once again. So make that 2 INTs for D. Williams. And that will give the Tigers the football at the 21-yard line in their own territory here with 3:02 to go in the third quarter.
So how about that? Just got done talking about their performance on 3rd downs. That one results in a turnover, interception, and D. Williams' 2nd one of the night.
Yeah, 2 big interceptions for D. Williams. This one, he wasn't able to make any kind of return out of it, but hey, you get the ball back. That's all that really matters.
A 1st and 10 from their own 21.
And they'll hand it off. Running it up the middle is Sumner, and he will get all the way down to the 45. Let's see where they mark him down, the 49-yard line. 28-yard gain for the Tigers, and Zeke Sumner coming in and getting a big gain there.
We saw some performance from him early on in the first quarter.
They're going to hand it off again. He'll run it up the middle, get it across the 50, down to the 45-yard line. That's not Zeke Sumner. That is Marshawn Pierce.
Ooh, okay.
Marshawn Pierce with those 2 big runs. Sorry, Marshawn.
He was in there earlier, too.
Yes. The problem is he's 28, Sumner's 20. We've got too many running backs, same numbers, close numbers, I should say. And they're going to give it to Pierce again. He'll run it up the middle, go to the left side just a bit, and they'll be short of the 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and 1.
So they'll send in Alex Iwasco here for this 3rd and 1. Mason Oliver going to come back off the field.
And they'll give it back to Pierce. He's going to run it up. He will get the 1st down as he gets across the 40. He will gain 2 yards on that one. He's got a good 40 yards here. 40 yards here in this possession alone, this offensive drive. McGuire was clap a couple times and no snap. Maybe trying to get the Eagles to jump. 1:33 to go here in the third. Take the snap. There's Sumner now. He'll get the football, and he'll get up to the 35-yard line, I think. as Zeke Sumner, number 20. And we got another timeout, an injury timeout here for the Eagles. May have been stepped on there. He seems to be in quite a bit of pain out there on the field.
So while there, take a look at him. Why don't we tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. You can visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape, also online, stonemountaincarpet.biz, and proud supporters of Cape Central football. 1:16 left to go. It's the third quarter. Cape Central on top 17-3. And, yeah, we've been talking about it, how it's really been mostly the defense that's coming up tonight on both sides of the ball. How about D. Williams with 2 interceptions on the night?
Well, we've got someone watching from Florida. Says, love getting to watch from Florida. Gary Randall. So thanks for tuning in. It's one of the reasons why we do it, so we can get some of the out-of-state family members a chance to watch and listen to their relatives play some football here on Friday nights.
That's right, yeah. Share the link. Yeah, if you got some relatives out of town, they can still tune in on YouTube. Just send them a link over to the live tab. Cape Central Sports is the name of the YouTube channel. It's 2nd and 7 from the 36, Tigers football.
As McGuire will hand it off to Sumner again. He bounces off the defense. He's going to get around to the 30, and I think he does get enough for a first down. He gets to the 28-yard line. That will be a first down for the Tigers. And, yep, they do mark him at the 28. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Yeah, talking about sharing the link, and then if you can't, obviously if you're driving, you can't watch. But you can listen, or you can listen online as well at Cape. What is the website again? It's changed a couple times. It's CapeRadio957.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and there's you have your traditional FM radio, then your 1550 AM, but yeah, it's KAPE radio and then 957.com.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do if you want to listen live. And yeah, we provide a variety of options for you.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
convenient in that way.
That website just jumped right out of my head. And, we're going to go with a reverse. Going around, but slipping on the turf and losing a couple yards there was Malachi Johnson. They gave it to Sumner, and he gave it to Johnson, and he went around and ended up slipping on the turf. And it's a loss of 3. 3rd and 13. 13 seconds to go in the third, and I believe this is just going to end the third quarter. 17-3, the Tigers lead here over the Liberty Wentzville Eagles. And that does end the third quarter, so we will take a break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
For over 60 years, Crystal Heating Cooling has delivered trusted HVAC service, from installs to repairs, residential to commercial. Need a new system but concerned about the cost? You don't have to wait for comfort. We've got flexible financing options available for a wide range of credit situations. Crystal Heating Cooling. Experience you can feel. This is Cindy Friedmeyer with a reminder to turn to the experts with Carrier and call today or visit crystalheating.com. Comfort is within reach because the choice is clear. Crystal clear. Crystal clear.
At MRV Banks, we are more than just a bank. We're your neighbor, your supporter, your biggest fans. Whether it's cheering from the sidelines on Friday nights or sponsoring the local school teams, we are proud to stand behind what makes our community great. From savings account to small business loans, we're here to help you build a future as strong as your local teams. MRV Banks, your community, your bank. MRV Banks, supporting our schools, our sports, and our community. Member FDIC. MRV Banks, equal housing lender.
Your home for Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7.
So back here for the fourth quarter, the Tigers lead it 17-3. 3rd and 13 from the Eagle 31-yard line. As McGuire will take the snap, he'll step back. He's going to throw downfield, and it's going to be intercepted by the Eagles as he will stiff arm one man now running back towards the middle of the field. He's going to get knocked backwards and brought down. We'll see where they actually mark it. We do have a flag, though, here by the 15-yard line on the near sideline. The interception was grabbed by, I think, Mason Waters. I think it was a number 16. We'll see what the flag is. It looks like the interception will stand. Well, it just depends. That means the penalty was after the play. There was a, what do they call it? Helmet to helmet, I believe, on the Eagles. So that's going to push them back towards the end zone more. So that will make it 1st and long for the Eagles here. 14 seconds into the 4th quarter. And I'm not sure. There we go. No, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 6-yard line. They're not going to make it. Or not. Maybe he is lined up. He just doesn't look like it from here. Maybe that's the problem. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. As looks like Orcutt is back in the game for Liberty, and hand it off, running it up the middle is Espinoza. He will get to the 16-yard line. And it should be a first. Oh, it was actually 1st and 10 from the 7, I guess. Either way, 1st down for the Eagles. I'm not 100% sure what's going on right now, but we do know it's 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. And Orcutt will keep it himself. Looked like they were going to maybe go for the option, and he keeps it himself as he will get almost to the 25-yard line. Looks like maybe a yard short to the 24, so a gain of 7. 2nd and 3.
So I'm going to tell you about MRV Banks here. Cape's go-to for all things banking. MRV Banks, proud supporters of Cape Central Tigers on Mount Auburn and Cape, also online, mrvbanks.com.
And they'll hand it off again to Espinoza. He will bounce around. He's got enough for the 1st down. He'll get to the 30-yard line. He'll gain 6 on that one. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the... Well, we got another Eagle down on the field. That's another thing, too, first couple weeks of the season. It's not as hot as it has been. And so a lot of the guys maybe don't feel like they need to drink a whole lot of water. And so sometimes we get a lot of cramps in those first couple weeks.
I remember that from the last few years.
It seems like the first couple weeks of the season, we always get some cramps. Just like I said, it's not as hot. You're not sweating as much as you had been maybe throughout the week in practice. You don't feel like you are, at least. And, you don't necessarily feel like you're thirsty. And that's not true, because I am thirsty right now, and we're not even really doing anything.
Well, and you got to remember, too, once the sun goes down, it gets a little bit cooler out here. You can tell a difference just in the matter of a few hours.
Yeah.
When the game kicked off here about 2 hours ago. Exactly, matter of fact. So, yeah, they're tending to him out there on the field. 10:36 remaining here in the ball game, and Tigers got a 2-score lead on top of the Liberty Eagles. It's 17-3 up here in the Crystal Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. First week of high school football. We're excited for it, and hopefully you can tune in all season long, or at least to a lot of games You have a few different options. We have the traditional radio, 95.7 FM, 1550 AM if you're in range. Also, though, YouTube works very easily. You can watch and listen over there. Cape Central Sports on the live tab. And we appreciate everybody that's giving some feedback and some comments and everything over there. Great to hear from you. In fact, some people tuning in from out of state, so it's awesome.
Oh, Gary Randall said thanks for the shout out. 1985 grad. Okay.
From Cape
living in Florida, yeah. Graduated from Cape Central, 1985. Good year for movies. Back to the Future.
Okay.
The best one.
Any others? I mean, I've seen that one. I've seen it. I've seen that one.
I used to know this too. I believe Ghostbusters was 85. Deep throw downfield, and it's broken up, incomplete. And I don't see no flags there as it was tipped by the defense. Going deep downfield. The Eagles trying to air it out here a little bit in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes to go.
They were doing that a little bit last quarter, and it wasn't working the best, but they could. Might be something they have to practice as the season goes on. 2nd and 10 here.
Justin Day is watching, 2012 grad.
There we go.
They'll hand it off here. This time it's not Espinoza. He will get to the 35 before he's finally brought down. Trying to see who that is. So Ghostbusters was actually 84. I was a year old.
Close enough.
That was Ashton McDaniel on the run there.
It's 3rd and 3. 9:45 left to go in the ball game.
Yeah, Back to the Future, the Goonies. We get a flag on the play there. Breakfast Club, Clue, which actually had Tim Curry. Out of Africa, Eddie Murphy. Weird Science. That was a teen movie, teen comedy. I guess you could say Rocky IV, probably the best Rocky ever. Rocky IV, when he fights the Russian, Drago. Obviously, couldn't be outdone. Arnold Schwarzenegger, bad snap, drops it, picks it up off the turf. He's going to try to get around, and that's a big hit there as he rolls over. He gets to the 45-yard line. That hit actually helped him out a little bit there as he rolled over his defender. And it's a 2nd and 7 situation. So a good. I mean, he only gained 3 officially, but he probably gained, I'd say, at least 6-7 yards.
Yes.
As much as he had to run with.
He was able to make the best of a bad situation in that case. 2nd and 7 from their own 45.
And they throw over there to the far side as it's going to be caught. That'll make it 3rd and 2. Oh, the 1985 was the Centennial class. Oh, no, wait, sorry, that's not 10. That's 2012. That's Justin.
Oh.
He was the Centennial class.
There you go.
Really? That can't be right, really? 1912?
So 1912 was their
Really?
first. Okay.
I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought it would have been older than that. But I guess that does sound right. That could be it. I'll believe him.
We'll take his
Who
word.
would make that up, you know?
we're not gonna double check and make sure you're not lying to us.
And they're going to hand it off as Espinoza will break a couple tackles, get across the 50 into Tiger territory, down to the 36-yard line. So a nice big gain there for the Eagles. Quinney is back in the game in the quarterback position here. As he'll take the snap, turn around, hand it off. And this time he'll made a nice hit there. They almost broke a tackle, but then was hit by another defender. As that is number 8. Is that, come on. Hang on. Ashton McDaniel. You'd think I'd remember that. We've called his name quite a few times.
So he'll gain just 1 yard on the play.
Quinn will roll to the right. He's going to throw to the far sideline, diving, and he can't make the catch. Looks like maybe it went right through his hands. That was a good throw by Quinn. Obviously, it was a little too far out, I guess technically in front, back towards the line of scrimmage, but kept it away from the defender, diving for the football, almost able to make the catch there.
It was a good read.
Yeah,
for
good
sure.
read, yeah.
But now he's faced with a 3rd and 9. 7:05 remaining in the ball game. Tigers on top, 17-3.
Quinn will take the snap. He's going to step back again. He's going to go downfield with it. Actually, he'll throw over to the near side, far sideline, and he pass is caught. It'll bring up a 4th down. It'll be 4th and maybe 4th and 4. Nice catch on the far sideline for the Eagles. That was Luca Rizzo, number 1.
And Ryan, we've seen some field goal attempts on 4th down tonight. Are they going to go with that here? It'd be a long one.
It would be a long one. I don't know what their kicking game looks like, but it looks like we're going to get Orcutt back in the game. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to be wrapped up. He falls forward, but he's going to be short of the 1st down marker by a couple of yards. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Tigers will take over with 6:20 to go here in the 4th quarter.
So we're going to go ahead and tell you about Crystal Heating and Cooling. Crystal Rapids' response to heating and cooling exceeding expectations since 1965. Whether you need to cool off during the hot summer, maybe even warm up during the cold winter, Crystal has you covered. You can visit them online at crystalheatingandcooling.com. 6:20 exactly left to go in this ball game. Tigers looking to advance to 1-0 on the season and pick up a home win here from Tiger Stadium this evening.
It'll be a big win over a Class 6 school. That's another big achievement here as McGuire will take the snap. He'll hand it off, and they'll run it up the middle. Gain looks like maybe 2 yards. And I think I actually can't tell who that. Do you see who actually had the football? 6 minutes. We'll get a water break.
Okay.
And that was Pierce, actually.
Pierce. It was either him or Sumner. I didn't want to say.
I saw the two, but I wasn't going to make that mistake again. So 6-minute water break here for both teams. Is the last one here in the 4th quarter. 17-3, Tigers on top.
This has been very much of a defensive night. And especially, when everything's said and done here, we got to give some credit to this defense for the turnover on downs, the interceptions, everything like that. And pretty solid performance on both sides of the ball. 6 minutes to go, and the Tigers should advance to 1-0 unless something goes wrong here. But we'll stop for a little water break. We tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. They're located at Seamers Drive in Cape. Also, their website, stonemountaincarpet.biz. Tiger football here, 17-3, 1st and 10 from their own 29. 6 minutes on the clock.
Tigers will put a man in motion. Look to the east sideline. And McGuire will take the snap. He's going to hand it off. Pierce will get hit by a defender. He'll spin around. Gain a couple as he tumbles forward. Actually, he's only going to gain, looks like maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd. And looks like 3rd and 6. So he did actually gain a couple more.
Clock's winding down here, taking their time.
Exactly, yeah. Not in a big hurry as the clock will run. Trying to just run out the clock. And they'll hand it off to Pierce. Pierce will somehow break a tackle, dive forward. He's not going to get the first down, but he will get to the 36-yard line. So he'll gain 3 yards out of that one, make it 4th and 3. And the Tigers will punt this one away, I believe. I think we're going to, oh, maybe not. I thought maybe let the play clock run down, call a timeout, punt it away. And it looks like, well, actually what's going to happen. They're not really doing much, standing there just looking at the sideline.
That's what they were doing on the last play, too. I wouldn't think they'd go for it here, though, on a 4th and 3, given the field position. They're on their own 36.
Yeah, timeout called, so we will switch it up, going to punt it away. And we'll go ahead, we'll take a quick timeout with them. We'll be right back.
Are you ready for more out of life? A new career could be closer than you think. At Cape Career and Technology Center, you can gain the hands-on skills and knowledge you need to get job ready fast. Choose from adult programs like advanced welding, practical nursing, plumbing, electrical trades, and HVAC. Cape CTC, building futures, building careers. Visit capectc.com to learn more. Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
At MRV Banks, we are more than just a bank. We're your neighbor, your supporter, your biggest fans. Whether it's cheering from the sidelines on Friday nights or sponsoring the local school teams, we are proud to stand behind what makes our community great. From savings account to small business loans, we're here to help you build a future as strong as your local teams. MRV Banks, your community, your bank. MRV Banks, supporting our schools, our sports, and our community. Member FDIC. MRV Banks, equal housing lender.
Back to the action. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Owasco back to punt, and he just gets that through the hands of the defender. It's going to bounce and take a lot of good bounces for the Tigers as it rolls towards the 10, and it'll be picked up at the 11. So a very good punt by Alex Owasco as he gets it from about the 25 down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and that would be the junior.
Yeah, junior punter. Alex Owasco.
Also plays a little tight end as well. So 3:59 left to go. This game is closing in on a W for the Tigers.
Yep.
As long as everything keeps going the way it is.
Yeah, the Eagles are Class 6, Tigers Class 5, so that will give them a little extra point in the standings, and I have no idea how the points work. It's kind of like watching whose line is it anyway. The points don't matter, except they do, but we don't know how they actually figure them out. And they hand it off. Espinoza will get up to about the 20-yard line. So nice 9-yard run there for the Eagles, makes it 2nd and 1. That clock, ticking away. 3:38 to go here.
Bring the ball out to the 19-yard line here, 2nd and 2.
Orcutt will take the snap, hand it off again as he'll get it across the first down marker up to the 26-yard line, I believe. Good gain there for the Eagles, 7 yards on the carry. The clock continues to run, 3:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Two-score game, 14-point difference, 17-3, Tigers leading.
And, of course, the Tigers also have 2 timeouts remaining. Eagles, all 3 of theirs.
Yeah, the Tigers just burned their first one. Rolling out to pass, and a little bit of a dump pass there to Espinoza, and he'll turn it into a little bit of something, getting it to the 30, maybe the 31. Could be a gain of 4, maybe 5. We'll see where they actually place the football. Orcutt flushed from the pocket, running to the near sideline, and kind of a jump pass, but also just kind of dumped it off just a couple yards away to his running back. And they'll give him 5 yards. It'll be at the 31-yard line. Quick high snap rolling over to his right. And a throw is complete on the far sideline. He's going to cut back towards the middle, get wrapped up, brought down at the 45 in Tiger territory. Good play, a good catch by Rizzo for the Eagles. It's a fun name to say, Rizzo. You don't get too many names with Z's in them.
Rizzo. Kind of like...
Anthony Rizzo.
Rizzo, okay.
I just put that together.
Huh. I was thinking about Izzo, like the Michigan State basketball coach.
Yeah.
Tom Izzo.
Tom Izzo, yeah. A whistle, and I think we had to reset the play clock. And now everything's running. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. And turn around, hand it off to Espinoza. And he'll get wrapped up, thrown down, and then he's got a guy that'll fall on top of him. And another one will fall as one fell worse than the other, one of them being an Eagles player, as he kind of tumbled backwards and rolled over. And he may have, sometimes when you roll backwards, you kind of stretch your back a little bit, and it doesn't feel too good.
So they'll take a look at him. 1:45 here left in the ball game from the Crystal Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. I'm Chandler Jansen along with Ryan Winkler here. And Crystal Heating and Cooling, no better choice in Southeast Missouri. With their Crystal Rapid Response Heating and Cooling, also indoor air and maintenance. Whatever you need, Crystal has your back. So check them out online, crystalheatingandcooling.com.
Saxony leads over New Madrid County Central 18-6 with 6:47 to go. Thank you, Caleb Deloach. So I can, nothing but ads here all the time. St. Vincent has taken the lead in the fourth quarter over DeSoto, 14-7. Tim Schumer, the head coach there. He was a year ahead of my cousin in high school at St. Vincent. He was an alumni coaching his school football team. He was the quarterback when he played. Sykeston, this still has third quarter, 24-7. Bulldogs lead over the Park Hill Central Rebels. Jackson is up 36-7 over Fredericktown. Sorry, Jackson 36-7 over Edwardsville. Perryville up over Fredericktown 16-0. I was looking at two scores at the same time and got them all mixed up. And then Denver Broncos are up 13-3 over Minnesota.
There you go, preseason.
Yeah. Final preseason game. Feels like we've been in the preseason longer than we actually have. It's only 3 weeks instead of the normal 4 as it used to be.
Oh, I didn't even realize that they changed that.
Yeah, they cut it. I don't remember how long ago it was. So Garrett Lant is the player for the Eagles who is being helped off the field. I'm pretty sure that's an 88 on the back of his jersey. He's a senior. And I'm thinking he not just rolled, but I think he got caught. I think his foot was caught underneath somebody, and when he fell, he rolled and it got stuck. Adam's listening because he just texted me, woot, woot. He got a shout out there. Shout out from the St. Vincent days. As Orcutt will roll, he'll throw to the far sideline, and it is a catch. Kept his feet in bounds as he dove toward the sideline. What a play by, I believe that's Rizzo, it is. Nice catch over there by Rizzo. Wow. Pretty much a tiptoe there. He brought those toes down. He only needs one, but he got them both.
Moving the chains again with 1:32 left to go in the ball game.
Orcutt will step back. He's going to hand it off. Espinoza spun around, and then he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield. 1:25 to go. 2nd and 11, and we're going to get a timeout by the Eagles with 1:20 to go. They will burn their first timeout.
Tigers looking to improve to 1-0 on the season. We'll take it. A win to start off. You know, last year we won our first 4 games, and yeah, 1-0. But we're talking about Coach Gibbs and how many years. I was guessing 7 without looking. It is actually his 8th.
Oh.
So he's entering his 8th. He started out here in 2019, and that would mean that, yes, it is indeed his 8th season here, and he really did turn them around here a few years ago when he came to this program.
It just doesn't seem like that's right. You know what I mean?
Well, time just keeps flying by so much faster.
Yeah.
All the time. How many years have we been doing this? I think this is going on either 4 or 5 years for us. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. Wow. Which we did some Jackson for a while, and then now we're doing Cape Central.
Yeah, we did. We did Jackson and Central that first year. I think we were together, weren't we?
That's right.
Quick rollout, and he's gonna just throw, and the catch is made by Espinoza, but I think Espinoza caught it at the line of scrimmage, so that'll just bring up 3rd and 12. Orcutt has some good vision. I'm going to give him that right now. He somehow is able to find an open man when it looks like nothing's there. They may not have gained any yards, but they also avoided losing yards in that situation because he was about to get sacked in the backfield.
They put together some good drives tonight. They just haven't been able to capitalize.
Orcutt another dump, and Espinoza will lose yards on that one as it'll move them back to the 34-yard line, and that will bring up 4th down. And that'll be timeout by the Eagles, so they'll use their 2nd timeout here with 4th and long to go, about 4th and 14. So 38 seconds to go. I'm guessing maybe they're going to try for a shot at the end zone here.
Yeah.
Try to make it a 1-score game, and then maybe go for an onside kick. First game of the season. Can't hold anything back.
Crazier things have happened, right?
Yeah. That's a Waterboy reference.
Yeah, see,
except in that one, it's last game of the season. Can't hold anything back.
I've at least seen parts of that one,
yeah.
But I can't tell you the storyline of it. You're gonna have to sign me a bunch of homework. All these.
Hey, I'm gonna have to sign. Yeah.
All these movies I gotta
Start
check
giving
out.
you a list.
We got a 4th and 14 for the Liberty Eagles.
And he's going to step back to pass. They are going to air it out. And I don't think he got all of that one. It's going to be intercepted again. Is that D. Williams again?
It sure is.
D. Williams just coming down with a 3rd interception with 28 seconds to go. He just doesn't want to give that ball up, does he?
No. It looks like we have another injured Eagle.
Yeah, he kind of fell after the interception was made, and I think this time this one is a cramp. He has his leg kind of stuck in the air, and now that trainer grabs on is going to try to help stretch out, I believe, his hamstring. 28 seconds to go here in the 4th. 17-3. I don't know if you could hear the ladies in front of us, but they thought maybe he was just mad because he was kind of punching the back of his leg, but I think he was trying to work out the cramp because he fell in the end zone there.
Yeah, I got to say one thing, though. I don't remember seeing a lot of Tigers down tonight, but the Eagles have honestly had quite a few guys one reason or another. Even if it's not serious, they just get a little bit shaken up after some of these plays.
And they're going to help him off the field. And, yeah, I think it's cramping up on him again. I think he tried to I think he tried to walk on his own, and he just kind of collapsed over there. So 28 seconds, victory formation. As McGuire will get the snap, take a step forward, kneel it down, and that should do it. And I don't think, Liberty is already kind of lined up over there on the sideline, is ready to go, so they will let the clock expire, and this game will end with a Tiger win, 17-3 over the Liberty Eagles, first game of the season.
There we go, Ryan. That's a home opener. Everybody's excited for some football once again and coming away with a big W here this evening. 17-3, your final score. And we're going to take a look at some final stats here, give you a player of the game, too. You know, that I say final stats. That's unofficial. That's off the record, but that's just what we have loosely. So stay tuned for all that. Your post-game show on the way, brought to you by St. Francis Healthcare System. And you don't want to miss out on that as well. So keep it right here, and 95.7 FM, 1550 AM, also on YouTube, Cape Central Sports.
We'll be right back after
At
this.
St. Francis Healthcare System, our mission is to provide you and your family with access to the level of care you need, delivered by nationally recognized providers, with the quality of care and support you expect. It's been our commitment to the region for over 150 years. Where faith guides, expert care resides. St. Francis Healthcare System, a higher standard of healthcare.
Visit sfmc.net.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plaza since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
When your AC quits in the middle of a Missouri summer, who do you want to call? Call the pros with 60 years of experience. Crystal Heating and Cooling. Hi, this is Cindy. Fast, friendly, and reliable. We've been keeping homes comfy across southern Missouri for decades. Now we're bringing the same trusted service to your neighborhood. Crystal Heating and Cooling, an experience you can feel. Turn to the experts with Carrier and call today or visit crystalheating.com because the choice is clear. Crystal clear. Crystal clear.
Are you ready for more out of life? A new career could be closer than you think. At Cape Career and Technology Center, you can gain the hands-on skills and knowledge you need to get job ready fast. Choose from adult programs like advanced welding, practical nursing, plumbing, electrical trades, and HVAC. Cape CTC, building futures, building careers. Visit capectc.com to learn more. Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Rosati's Pizza of Cape Girardeau, the Cheesecake Ninja in Jackson, Scooter's Coffee locations in North Cape, Jackson, and Perryville.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
At Banterra Bank, we're proud to cheer on the Cape Central Tigers and support the communities that make Southeast Missouri feel like home. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri. Whether you're opening a new account, financing your next big step, or looking for a bank you can count on, we're here to help you build success. Open an account online, utilize digital banking, or stop by our branch on North Kings Highway and meet our friendly team. Banterra Bank. Together we build success. Member FDIC.
Your home for Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Tiger Stadium as the Tigers win it 17-3 over the Liberty Wentzville Eagles. And just a couple breakdown, maybe a couple of the big plays here as we had first we'll go for the Eagles here. We had a couple big runs by Espinoza. He had a 43-yarder and a 29-yarder. In the game there is Rizzo had a big 60-yard reception. He had a couple good big catches there. May not have gained a whole lot of yards on the catches, but he made that sideline catch where he dove towards the sideline, made the catch, kept his toes in bounds. Made a nice sideline catch there. Orcutt had quite a few rushing yards. He had maybe about 50 or so yards. He had a couple where he lost a few yards, so it kind of knocks his numbers down a bit. Obviously, none of these numbers are official. We are not the official stats.
Yeah.
I will admit to there towards the end, we were kind of more focused on the game, and than keeping a whole lot of track of stuff. Anyway, for the Tigers, Pierce, he had a couple big runs there. He had a nice little drive. Malachi Johnson had a big 20-yard rush. Pierce had a 29-yarder and a 10-yarder to give him over 50 yards there in that one. Receiving-wise, 46 yards for Brown, 51 for McClinton. He had the touchdown there in the second half. McGuire had a 46-yard pass, a 20-yard pass, a 51-yard pass, so well over 100 yards for Aiden McGuire. But our player of the game, for Garber's best-dressed player of the game, will be D. Williams with his 3 interceptions.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's pretty impressive. And the two of us both said it after his second one.
Yeah.
We said he's got to be the player of the game. And then, there towards the end, he gets his 3rd interception. So, of course, we have to select D. Williams, our player of the game this evening. Thanks to Garber's Menswear, from weddings to prom, everything in between. When you're ready to step up your style, go to the experts, Garber's Menswear. You can find them in the Town Plaza in Cape. Also online, garbersmenswear.com.
Yep, our Garber's best-dressed player of the game, D. Williams. Yeah, second interception, we turned to each other. We were like, yeah, it's going to be let's player of the game, right? That's got to be it. And even if there was any kind of other doubt, maybe somebody was going to do something, he decided to just go ahead and let's pick a third one off and make it impossible to pick anybody else. Somebody would have had to go 100 yards, end zone to end zone, to make a touchdown for them to knock him out of contention for the player of the game. So congratulations to D. Williams, obviously, and congratulations to all those Tigers out there. The defense did really well. Both defenses played well. Just the Tiger offense was just a little bit better there tonight, as they had a couple big plays there in the second half. Obviously, that big 51-yard touchdown, a pump fake for McGuire left his receiver wide open, Quan McClinton, and he had nobody to beat, and nobody was even really close to catching him as he got into the end zone to put it away more or less in that third quarter.
So I'll tell you one thing, too. St. Francis Healthcare Systems, we got to tell you about them, because each and every post game that we have this season, they bring it to you. Also bringing quality healthcare to the heartland. So you can visit them online, sfmc.net, St. Francis Healthcare Systems. 1-0 on the season for Cape Central, and everybody is ready to get back in the swing of some football. High school football. We got some college action going on tomorrow with the FCS and Week 0 FBS, and 2 weeks away from the NFL kicking off. It's an exciting time of the year, and we're going to do this again next week.
Yep, next week we go to St. Charles West. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff for the Tigers and the Warriors, so obviously, we'll be here again on the radio, on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk, 1550 AM, and on YouTube at Cape Central Sports. going back to St. Charles West, the Tigers played the Warriors here at home last year, beat them 26-7. So we'll see how that carries over to this year in maybe some confidence building too. Also with that, some of that offensive plays here tonight maybe build some confidence in some of the offensive guys. You know, the offense I think was maybe a little bit of a question without Keyshawn Boyd, the big-time running back that the Tigers had. You know, he did not play a whole lot last year because of his injury early on in the season, actually first game of the season. So, you know, they kind of had to work some things around, but they also had a couple other backs to help out there in that situation. And the defense really wasn't much of a question. Everyone pretty much, the defense everyone felt confident with. It's still solid. It's obviously, as they proved it here tonight with 3 interceptions. But yeah, the offense may be a little bit of a question, but not as much anymore because Aiden McGuire able to throw the ball. You can tell he has progressed also this year. He seems to throw with a little bit more of a, I don't know, more confidence, I guess.
I think so, too.
It's hard to describe it, but you can see it as he pulls back to throw. It looks like he is more confident in his arm here in football. I mean, he plays baseball, so he's got a pretty decent arm.
There you go.
You know, but I think, I could be wrong, but I think baseball is maybe his main sport. I know he plays over the summer, plays with the Bulls. But, yeah, he seemed to be more confident out there tonight in the pocket. He didn't panic. When he did tuck and run, he tucked and ran at the right time. He didn't force anything to happen. So we'll see how that progresses into next week on the road. First road game of the season, St. Charles West and the Warriors. So for Anthony back at the station, for Chandler to my right, I'm Brian Winkler. We'll see you next week, Friday night, St. Charles West, 7 o'clock kickoff, and about a 6:45 pregame show. So tune in, and we will see you next Friday.
You've been listening to Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk. This presentation of Cape Central Tigers football has been brought to you by MRV Banks, Cape Career and Technology Center, Crystal Heating and Cooling, Garber's Menswear, St. Francis Healthcare System, Stone Mountain Flooring, Banterra Bank, and DollarSavingDeals.com. Join us next time for more Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.